Loads of insects!
How's this for volume?
How is the how's the volume? Is the stream up?
Oh, no.
Oh god.
Okay, it's,
God.
Cool, okay.
I can't say much for volume.
It's going very well. We on the just getting paid for pounds in terms of bits. We've raised like 200.
Yay!
Nice.
So we're, as it stands, we're gonna get to probably 500 if we're lucky. I hope that would be cool.
Yay.
So everyone,
Awesome.
please donate.
But
Please.
I'm going to sleep now.
If you
Fair
want
enough.
to get with me, lady, you better sign up, lady.
Emotional hats. Thank you very much.
Yay.
Are you live? I don't actually know.
Yeah, I'm live. I see it.
Okay, yeah, it's not.
Just
like-
a second for
but
the ad
thank
to end
you.
for me.
Thank you very much for the bits.
Pleasure's all
Thank
mine. I'm
you.
very sorry for late. I'm sorry to be late.
Oh no, don't be sorry.
It's fine.
But time for me to sleep, and I imagine Tomo's gonna do the same.
Sleepy times.
It sounds like you might already be.
Dream of me. But I could stay up.
Now I get to rest out.
For the whole weekend.
Tomo,
Shouldn't.
Tomo, 24-hour stream. Let's go.
Okie dokie.
No, really don't.
It's pizza time.
Don't
Yeah,
worry,
pizza time.
Pizza cake. It's pizza cake.
Alright, how does New Game Plus work? Okay.
Put it on the pizza.
Yay, there we go. Is there a way to make it
Now
ultimate?
the teal's gone, the party's gonna stop. Everyone, do a rule break. Me neither.
What are the rules? There are no rules.
Oh my goodness, then we'll break nothing.
Yeah.
Willy bump bump.
What if
And in the process of breaking nothing,
Just to
we
break
therefore break everything in one sense.
the only rule is to rules, then to break that rule, follow the so you wouldn't be breaking the rule. Oh my god! Oh no!
So is the ultimate difficulty just for like masochists?
For actual Spider-Man to pick the game.
I have absolutely no idea. I play Spectacular, but I have no idea how much it's gonna up the difficulty for
Shouldn't
ultimate.
the best one be amazing?
How do we change the stream? Did you do that?
How do we change the what?
The game.
Let's change the stream to the game.
Oh, isn't there a Nightbot command for that?
Yeah, joining now.
Change it to art because that's all it has. The game art.
Okay, wait. How?
game is on.
I need to learn how to do that Nightbot commands. To try to change it, it's not working. That's odd.
Nightbot?
There we go.
Yeah, Mr. Sling.
Oh, looks fine. Okay.
Mark up.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
so if you
changed.
change Spider. Still.
Oh yeah, tell us so we can.
I think he probably just passed out.
He's no longer in this world.
Well, Elbags knows how to do
I
it.
should probably go join him.
You probably should.
Okay, who changed it?
I think you
I think Teal did and just didn't appear for him. Because if you try to change it, then I don't see why.
Let me just Google it. Google knows. In fact, David, you do it. That's your catchphrase.
do what? What's my catchphrase?
Okay, Google.
That's disappointing. Okay, Google. Change Teal's catchphrase.
What? Skibabadee.
Hey Google.
How do I
Skibabadee.
change it?
What?
I
Nine.
found a few places. The first one is Aberdeen skips 3 uppercut games. Aberdeen.
Skip
Hey, Google.
Aberdeen.
Enough is enough.
Oh god, I'm not used to there being such a big chat for me.
Okay, well, I didn't change the title. I just typed.
Oh, okay. You do exclamation park? Welcome to exclamation mark game, and then space, and then the game, and then it will change the game.
Okay, well, I didn't.
What if you
do that. I
mistyped
just
the game?
typed exclamation mark game. So
Yeah,
I
that will
didn't-
just that's just gonna tell you what game is playing.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
But if you want to change it, you have to put the name of the game out.
yeah, so Teal probably did it then, because I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He probably
Type
did it
video.
manually.
Hey Google, who is Joby?
According to Wikipedia, Joe B. Hall. Joe Beesman Hall
Hey,
is the head
Google.
basketball.
No.
Stop.
Copy that.
Stop.
Oh, Discord audio sounds choppy.
Cheeky Fisk.
I don't know.
Believe in-
I don't know if there's anything I can do without making the game choppy.
Fisk.
I just finished watching Dead, so I got
Ooh.
Fisk fever.
Yeah, same. I just rewatched.
Fisco Fever.
I have to see season
Disco
3 still.
Fist.
Man, I love Fisk in that show.
Disco Fisk. He's going up, Lol.
Oh, is the Discord audio that bad? Oh, let me look. Let me mess around with settings and then
We know how streams work.
yay.
We
Pixel, I'd say you're a fair way into the game. Yeah. I have little so quite a bit to go. I doubt I make it. I doubt I'll make it to there. But I don't know. Especially if how many times I'm expecting to die.
By the way, whenever you're tired, just let me know. I can take over as well, since I am the farthest away, and you'll probably get tired before I.
Fair enough. Okay.
I think I have reached tiredness, despite the fact that I haven't been working a ridiculous amount.
Amen.
So Mr. Lightman in the voice chat right now. There's me. It's Austin, my world, or Nicole. There's Emil.
Hello.
GoldenEye
Hello.
PSG. Fucking Tomo, if he's still alive.
Yeah, how are you
Late
doing?
Tomo.
The late Tomo.
What?
The late Tomo. Yeah, no, we just. He's the captain now.
Humble is the new Teal. It's like the dog.
Who's the new Teal? Sorry.
You are.
You are.
Oh. Oh.
Say skibabadoo.
Skibabadoo! Did I do it right?
Same.
Like he never left.
It feels like Miss Universe. How do you know what Miss Universe feels like, Joey?
Joby is misused.
Beauty and Grace.
There's a Spider-Man. He's swinging around.
Yeah.
I gotta play this.
Yeah, this game is so
I know
fun.
if you could like web onto the helicopter to like actually like connect to the helicopter.
You can't, sadly.
I've tried. I think they're just too fast. I don't think you can catch up to them in time.
Can you connect web to a bird?
I mean, you have to catch pigeons, so I mean, technically, yes.
What? Catch the pigeon.
Yeah, there's a side.
Yeah, there's some side missions to catch pigeons. That's great.
Clean up the city one pigeon at a time.
Spider-Man's such a menace.
Yeah, there's also one research station where you have to there's research involving pigeons as well, besides just collecting them.
What?
Weird.
Trash devs? Trash devs in.
Did I? Oh, trap. Oh. Oh. Actually, I'm close to the helicopter. Can I latch onto it?
I don't think you can. That'd be cool. Because the reason why I'm asking is because I know you can't go to the Statue
Nah.
of Liberty in this game. I'm sad, but you couldn't Spider-Man 2 by hooking onto the helicopters.
Gotcha. Yeah, I tried to do the aim function she could do to web bomb. It's just a random part on a wall, but it doesn't work on a helicopter. So I don't think it can.
How do you not get all...
Slice Spider-Man.
I think you can get hit by the helicopters in Spider-Man 2, which is funny because you don't
Yeah.
immediately die, staying in the train.
I know there's one boss fight in Ultimate Spider-Man where you can get if you're not careful, you'll get hit by a helicopter, and it's quite annoying in that boss fight.
Oh wait, is that who I think it is? Oh, does he put?
David Hasselhoff?
Yes.
Okay, let's see how difficult these guys are now. Oh, I have focus already. Okay.
It shouldn't
Well, I
be
mean,
too bad.
Use the before.
use the focus.
Oh god. Oh, that's not as much as I thought it was gonna be. Then again, it's the
Power
first enemy. So.
Spider-Man.
I'm gonna do a controversial thing and go to bed before Tomo. I feel like
Not
I'm
if I
betrayed.
leave first.
Top 10 anime betrayals.
No worries. Get some rest. Yeah.
Go to sleep good.
But yeah, take care everyone. Thanks for having me along. Thanks Humble. Hope you have a good stream and same to you as well.
Yeah, pleasure's all mine. Thank you for stopping by. I'll see you hopefully, or I imagine some other time during the event.
Yeah, cool. Take care everyone. Bye bye.
Yeah, sleep well.
Bye.
Sweet dream.
Alright.
Trails.
So far, I remember the first time I played this game, I died just from
Sleeping
like the
right
first
now.
enemies. So that was fun.
I didn't leave.
Yeah, just see that. Okay.
Still need to. I haven't gotten the new heist yet. I just haven't gone.
Yeah, neither have I. I need to get the DLC. I haven't heard if it's good or not.
Favorite suit?
What's my favorite suit?
I downloaded it yesterday.
I'm
I'm
actually.
making
Do I have my
prediction.
suits? That's a good question. As for my favorite, that's a good question.
Your suits
Cool.
carry over to New Game Plus.
Cool.
I'm making a prediction now.
Anyone? What? What's
It's
the
still gonna
prediction?
be.
Most likely.
Actually, anyone have a request for what suit I could wear? Cause I just in my playthrough I just used the advanced suit, but I want to mix it up with these suits now.
Can you dress as Batman?
No,
You can do
there's some.
Spider-Punk, which is my
Say that again. Sorry, Nicole.
the punk costume. That's my favorite costume.
Cool. We'll wear that for a bit, and we'll use that suit power.
I
I
love.
use the superpower a lot just because it's really good. It gets me out of like a bad situation by just
Yeah. I remember I used the web barrage a lot because it was good for like dealing with like lots of crimes or just like hordes of enemies, and just instantly took out crowds for most part if you're lucky, and if you're in an enclosed space.
Yeah, I knew it was episodic. Yeah, I knew that. Also,
Yeah.
Joby appeared in the left for like 2 seconds.
Oh.
Just
It's
came
time.
left his sticky fart left.
And lock down the airspace.
Yuri, you okay?
If he makes it out of that building, we're gonna lose
The
him.
default suit looks
I'm gonna
pretty
go,
good. I mean, I really like it. I'd probably be wearing that most of the time
Do your thing.
just for making.
Yeah. No, I love the advanced suit. It's such a great suit.
I remember where I was wearing the vintage comic suit one. It just looks so weird.
Does it? When I saw that, I was just shocked about it. 'Cause like it just seems so out of place, but so brilliant at the same time. Yeah, I know. I could learn focus. Yada yada. Okay.
This is a good cup of tea.
Ooh, tea sounds nice.
It's a really big cup.
Pretty good
I
at
don't
that.
drink tea. I drink caffeine in soda food.
Oh, Mary Bud. Ah.
Oh no.
Oh god.
I
Give
don't
me a
know.
second. Now I can hear you guys.
Oh
Oh
my
hey, we have a
goodness.
raid. Thank
We're
you,
getting
that Bill guy, for the
raided.
raid.
8 o'clock.
Raid!
A party
Yeah.
of 4. Alright, that Bill guy.
Thank you for
Thank
the
you.
raid.
Thank you for the raid. Oh. Really appreciate it.
The raid.
Oh, boy. Oh, that's wrong web.
This is a charity stream we're doing?
I believe so. Yes. Plus.
If you want to donate money for a good cause, please do so.
Yeah.
If you
If
feel
you
like it.
if you can support in any way, it's much appreciated.
It's for Dementia UK.
Let's see, let me put up the link to the Just Giving page.
I just did.
Because, yeah, okay, because Teal wants donations through there instead of Twitch bits.
Yeah.
There's, you know, he's not like gonna deny bit donations, but he would prefer the.
It just to make things easier.
Definitely.
Well, I'm finally gonna go get some sleep now.
Alright, sounds good, Tomo. Sleep well, man.
Oh,
If
have
you
a good
want to
sleep.
see me tomorrow, you can around 8 a.m. UK time, and
I
I'll be streaming some
will not
Mario
be
Galaxy. And I'll be streaming some Mario Galaxy, and maybe some other stuff. I don't know. Whatever I feel like. And Teal will most likely be joining me, not immediately, but later. So bye everyone.
Farewell.
Yeah. See you, man. Have a good night.
Bye. I'm gonna go pass out in bed now.
Sounds good, pal.
I prefer a more direct approach.
Oh my god, somebody's slowly picking us off one by one.
The sleep monster, the assassin known as Sleep.
Nobody turns on the elevator.
Scary
What's that
stuff.
thing again?
He's desperate.
What's a sleep thing again? I don't get it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Jokes.
Tired joke is tired. Yeah.
Find him and
I use that joke way too much.
I'm not tired anymore. Haha. I can also hear out of my left ear.
okay,
Again.
server room it is.
Oh, so humble, you missed it earlier, but so I have impacted earwax in my ear.
Hi, Aunt May.
So I haven't been able to hear out of my left ear for the past 2 days.
What's up?
I can finally hear a little bit out of it now, which is nice, so I don't, but, yes, I'm
Gotcha.
like slightly sick.
Well, at least you're starting to get hearing back though. That's good.
That's my key.
What's? Ah, yes. Rocket launchers indoors. 'Cause that's. Oh no, it's not rocket launchers yet, but will be. But that's so. Of course, this is smart.
Advanced cotton swabs. You're not supposed to put cotton swabs in your ear.
Mm-hmm.
No, guys, I have stuff. I have shit. I've been working on it. It's just so bad. That and also, like, I've been around for, like, I just came back from a trip to Southern California, and then I immediately had to work on a document for a job, so I haven't had any rest, like, actual, like, relaxation, so.
Gotcha. Well, you sure you don't want to get some rest, like, tonight, and then I don't know, take over in the morning?
Dude,
Oh,
it's
not you
4:30.
too.
It's 4:30.
Oh,
I don't take naps.
that's right. I forget
Unless I'm
time
like-
zones. I forget.
Yeah, no. So that's another reason why I'm saying, like, you know, whenever you get tired, let me know, because I'm on the West Coast. I'm the one who's probably,
Server room before there's no evidence left.
you know, I'm the best bet for when everyone else is tired. So.
Yeah, gotcha.
If I go
Fair
out
enough.
this way, they'll destroy all the evidence.
Yeah.
should look for a sneaky way.
There's the vent.
There we go.
There we go.
Ventus?
It's like my own private.
Oh, no, your butt. Oh, there we go.
Be a dirty criminal.
I wish I had a better way of stopping. I wish I had a way of stopping that earbud falling. I hate earbuds. They just always. I don't know. I find they always just never stick.
Glue them to your ears. You can get ones that have like things that wrap around your ear.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I guess that would work. I don't know.
Has anyone ever been in a ventilation shaft?
No. Can't say I have, unfortunately. It'd be kind of cool though.
I've always wanted to.
Yeah. Are they that big? I feel like they'd be really.
No, there no way they'd be that big.
They're
Absolutely
not
no
that
way.
big. And if they're, I mean, maybe in like major buildings, maybe, but
Yeah.
I mean, like, no.
In like a common office building. Yeah, I don't see it. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Okay, well, that makes sense. It's restraining kitties.
Let's see just how
You're-
good their security is. Oh, you guys forgot the latest kernel patch.
So, after, I don't, this isn't so much of a spoiler
Says the guy
for
trying to
Spider-Man,
erase
but
search
after
history.
the time,
Mhm.
comment on your outfit, I don't know,
True.
they
but that's part of
calculate
my charm,
just
isn't
how long you outfit and they play a particular line. But since I was wearing the Spider-Punk outfit for most of the time, he was like talking about how he saw the punk movement and all that, and I was like, is this, I feel attacked.
That's funny. I forgot about that. It'd be so funny if they. There's no way they'd be able to do it, but it'd be funny if they sort of adjusted the dialogue to fit the tone of the costumes. But I mean,
Very cool.
of course, I imagine it's way too much work for way too low profit.
A long, tough road, this. Almost
Did you guys see that video where they just it's confirmed that they had Yuri, who's the voice of Spider-Man, record lines.
Yeah, two
of,
different versions. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 different versions.
Yeah, for when they're swinging and when they're.
That's
That's such a cool idea. I wouldn't have even considered that.
That's like prime attention to detail. That's like, I love that shit. Like
Mhm.
when I was in my rut, my creative rut, I was like, man, playing this, I'm like, it must have been so much fun making this game, and it like got me inspired. It's so much fun. So.
Gotcha. I'm glad. Yeah, you could tell there was a lot of love in this game, which I quite like.
Yuri, an explosion just.
I saw it. This could have the whole place wired. I'm sitting in a bomb unit.
Where am I
I'll make sure
going?
no one gets in their way.
Oh, no, I'm going back up there.
Yeah, no. So, Mr. Levin, yeah, they do that, but also like they try for most cutscenes, they try to avoid any that would cause multiple takes or multiple line reads, just because having a voice actor there is expensive, it's time consuming. And so this level of detail that they did, where like sometimes you can hear the transition between the voice line, like if you're standing still, have a conversation in like still mode and you start like swinging, he'll like transition to that. That's like,
I think that's all of them.
the fact that they probably did like every single line where Spider-Man is swinging and stuff, that takes a lot of time and probably quite a bit of money. And I'm glad that they, I'm personally glad that they
It's clear. Move up.
took that time to do that.
Hey
So,
guys.
Definitely.
Bombs are part of Willie's
It
getaway
is.
plan.
It is. It's a really neat idea. It's the little things that
yeah.
go a long way.
We'll look for the bombs.
Okay, where am I going?
Everyone clear out. Evacuate the building.
Alright, that's right. The whole building's coming apart. That's right. I wonder how many workers were just sitting here when all the shots are being fired. And this happens.
I'll lift.
Alrighty, here we go.
If you can walk danger. Got it?
Oh. And of course, it just gets harder. This song often speaks about our experiences and expenses, and it's very interesting to hear. Yeah, like it is interesting to hear more about the. I don't know. I find it interesting to hear more about what like devs and voice actors have to say about production of games and just shows or anything. Just kind of cool. I like it.
And no one to chase him if he flies away.
Ah, sorry about that.
I guess he probably was.
Okay, where am I going?
Damn.
Here we are.
Hurry, get EMTs up here fast.
We're trying.
Oh, okay. I was just running into a guy there.
Yeah.
There's rocket launchers.
I will say, I made a joke to my parents. I'm like, this game's great, but Bruce Campbell doesn't talk to me or make snide comments. So, 2 out of 10. That was the funny thing about the Sam Raimi movies and the subsequent video games for those. They always had Bruce Campbell as your tutorial voice.
Was he like insanely sarcastic as well? Or am I misremembering?
Gosh, I don't
know.
Yeah, I don't quite know, but the funny thing is that after there's these like information markers you can find in Spider-Man 2 across the city, and one of them says that if you find all of them, they'll say something different, right? And so obviously I'm a kid who's just got time to spare during the summer, so I find all of them, and if you find all of them literally say the words something different, like that's all he says. It's not changed like the information that's given. Bruce Campbell just says something different.
That's great. Okay, room's clear. I need to try the suit power. I haven't tried it out yet. There hasn't been a big enough crowd. I think the next one should have a good one though.
That's just a Joby.
Hey Joby, how you doing?
All right?
We were just about to call for backup.
I think I'm it.
Jobs.
Lead the way. We'll be right behind you. Heads up, boss.
Jobs.
Say something.
Say
No worries,
something.
Pixel. Enjoy dinner.
What? Dude, Pixel, there's literally like an entire fucking weekend of...
Now, what's a
Anybody like a
man without his spider powers?
That's it.
Hey.
Would you like a
Is that all you
cake,
came here
Joey?
for?
Yeah, bye. I'm going to bed. Bye. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, nice having you, pal. Now, how you doing though?
I'm good, thanks. Sorry, I had the stream on loop and I was in a perpetual like void, and I was hearing myself on repeat, going mad.
That's great.
In an echo chamber. Crappy Bruce Campbell impression. That's...
Take him down now.
With pleasure.
Something different, something different, something different.
Something different.
There's a really funny YouTube video where someone's game's lagging and it's Bruce Campbell who's like, now what's Spider-Man? And he just sounds really drunk. Spider powers. And like, Tobey Maguire is like, if I flip these pizzas, Mr. Aziz will flip out.
That's great.
I like Fisk's tie.
It's a very stylish tie. Yes.
Spider-Man has joined Antifa.
Nope. What?
I wish this game had a
Is he
small
wearing
head
a-
mode.
Still see you, right?
He's
This
yeah.
would have a tiny head.
Oh my god.
That'd be hilarious.
Like flat mode. It's 2D. Worldwide.
I kind of want to see mirror mode just because, like, then you get to see New York, like, mirrored. Kind of funny. I don't know. I find the weirdest things amusing.
So I have a funny story about the E3 demo that I got to play for Spider-Man.
Ooh.
So we were supposed to. I was with this special group, which is how I was able to go to E3. And they, you know, we got to go to like the major booths. We were supposed to like play like Bethesda games, but the person who was supposed to show around the Bethesda area just went missing. So we went
now
to
would kidnap them.
And so, as we were walking past the PlayStation demo, we go, "Oh, it's Spider-Man!" And the lady like handling the demos, she just starts laughing, right? And then we're told that we can, you know, play Spider-Man demo, and I'm just like, it was like crazy. And so, you know, we walk over there, and so the lady who was laughing at me earlier, she goes, "Okay, who wants to play?" I go, and she goes, "Oh, I remember you." I go, "Yeah." And the demo for it was the Shocker, I think that's his name.
Yeah.
Boss battle. Spoilers.
Shocker!
But she kept like encouraging me. She's like, "You do it." And when I played, the minute I didn't even get a prompt to press the R2 button to swing, because that's what it was in Spider-Man 2. I just pressed that button instinctively, and I swang, and I just looked at her and go, "Oh, it's like Spider-Man 2." It was quite a wonderful experience. And I was so happy. Like, I love this game. This game is fantastic.
Yeah. This game is beautiful. I love this game so much.
A friend really wanted me to buy it, but he's borrowing my PS4, and he really wanted me to buy it just so he could play it. He doesn't have a PS4. He's just borrowing. Well, he's in a room opposite me. PS4 because it was taking up room. He just uses it to like play Fortnite and you know.
I mean, whatever suits him.
Yeah.
So.
But it's funny because Fortnite is every evening, and then the one day a week where I'm like, right, that's it, break time, baby. I'm like, step aside, I want to play Hakuto Ga Kotoku, and he's just like, what? I didn't understand a word you just said. Right, let me. Okay, why? It's my PS4.
Mom says it's my turn to play Xbox.
Explain that. If it's my turn on the PS4.
You know, I think you've got more enemies in there than I do.
Have you guys seen that screenshot? Some of the new screenshots for Kingdom Hearts 3 where it's Hades looking at Hercules?
Oh yeah, I've seen a couple.
Yeah, there's been a few memes made out of that. Didn't exactly
They're like an image of James Woods, like pointing at someone and then just like compare and contrast the images and be like, I see no difference here.
I think I should celebrate. I'm gonna take a vacation.
Sorry.
How dare you? How could you cough?
This gives me when like at university, my dad's like, oh yeah, go back, yeah, just go back already, and I'm like, 1 month, 1 month, a week. You know what my whole family did?
What?
In the afternoon, they rang me up and said,
Gotta love Doc's enthusiasm. Sometimes it gets
get on the train.
Better get there before he hurts himself.
A train and went back home. Had to drop everything I was doing. And then when I got there, I arrived at like 10:30. They were like, oh yeah, everyone's gone to bed, so yeah, sorry.
No.
Wait, what? So, was there a specific reason they asked you to come back? on train or?
No, they didn't. I was worried. I thought like celebration, and they were gonna make an announcement or something prepared.
Oh
Well,
my god! I just thought of a drinking game for this.
For this game.
Every time J. Jonah Jameson speaks.
Oh god.
Are you ready for a Chinese New Year?
Oh, that'd be hilarious. And then you have to take 2 shots each time you choose someone out.
Speaking of J.K. Simmons, you should watch that film. It's a really good film. My tempo. My tempo.
There's more than one. Oh.
And he's Jensen as well.
Is that?
What is the podcast? Yeah, Jonah Jameson and Joe. Peter, get up a picture of will ya?
It's funny seeing Triple J go modern. And I wonder why he left the Daily Bugle. I wonder if it was mutiny.
I'm sorry I'm late.
Yeah, cause Mary Jane works at the Bugle, I think.
Yeah, Mary Jane and Robertson is now
code.
chief editor.
That's code for he was busted for weed. Okay, Mary Jane. Makes sense. Okay.
Mary Jane is a weed.
For drug abuse.
Triple J is a visionary on his own without any.
Cocaine. Mary Jane's marijuana.
No, it's not. It rhymes. It's a rhyme.
Sugar.
Maybe we should abort.
Sugar.
Spice. Something nice. No.
The horse dances around on the grass. The heroin dances around on the marijuana. Okay. I'm ruining this for you, Humble. I'm sorry. I'm a pest. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you're not. I find it funny. Don't worry.
Yeah, right, Justine Littlewood.
New perspectives just make things far more fascinating. And crazy conspiracy theories. That's what I do all the time.
Is anyone hurt?
No, it was all my fault. The energy levels.
Also, I love how Doc says, like, I got this under control, and not even 3 seconds in, everything just sparks and just fails.
I assure you, in the next phase.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Is there someone
Oh yeah, my PS4. I have no idea what my PS4 is doing that. That's odd. It'll calm down. Hopefully.
I was singing a song. I had a song in my head all day the other day. It was a wet, wet, wet song. You know the one that goes, "Hurry, make me try. Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
Or you've heard of it now? Okay. So I had that in my head all day. My room. And I put on the radio. Song.
Yeah.
What are the odds?
That kind of weird stuff was happening to me too.
Yeah.
I was downstairs and I heard a song on the radio, and it was like that Harry Enfield song.
Loads of money. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I came back upstairs, and I was on YouTube, and that was like one of, like, just a, you know, like a homepage. It was like a suggested video. And I have no idea why, because I haven't watched anything like that. And it's like from, it was uploaded like 9 years ago. Look, it's not even a recent thing. I'm like, why has that happened? Are they spying on me? I'm so confused. Like, it's so obscure. I wouldn't have even thought to listen to that song.
Maybe just timeless. I've had a bit of a cough the last couple of days. My bad.
I also have a cough, and
I've recovered from one.
Oh god, we're all dying.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I
it's
actually
fine.
my family asked me to come over when I had a cough, and I think I gave it to them, and they were like, "No, don't feel bad," and I was like, "You asked for this." This.
Oh, that's great.
Have you done any of the frequency jam mini games?
Oh yes, the frequency jam. Not yet. Well, I mean, I've done them on my other playthrough, but not yet in this one. Soon though. It'll be after this area.
To come in. Sitting here. Where's my money?
Why didn't they call? Why didn't they call the song "Try Try Try"? Because then it would have been wet, 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 wet. That would have been the coolest thing ever. Mystery. Alright, whatever.
Imagine if all their songs were just one word 3 times.
When I was young, I used to think the song was "Cry, Cry, Cry." So I just instinctively go like "Cry, Cry, Cry," and I just.
Nice.
But I suppose you would cry, cry, cry. What happens in this? I don't know what happened. I don't know the context of the song. It's like, and then she's keeping secrets. I don't know. I never really thought about the context. I just like the lyrics.
All those girlfriends and their secrets.
Alright, that's puzzle's done. Until something else blows up.
Let's see if that worked.
I have to say, I went in this game knowing nothing about like Peter's other job, and it's pretty cool. And it was just pretty cool to see this, considering like I'm aiming for like a biomedical engineering degree, and I'm actually also working in a club to start making a cheap prosthetic hand with a self-healing polymer. And in one of the puzzles later, one of the compounds you're analyzing is actually similar to the polymer that we're using for the for a prosthetic that we're making.
Oh, that's awesome.
I have that continuity. I swear, the continuity really makes it.
So
it's really cool, but so
I just need to move to New York.
Yeah, we need a new day. We need a Deus Ex because of you. To be able to install new eyes like Tom Cruise. Your report.
He asked me to review his work if
What's
I had
that
time.
lady says?
Well, dig in now.
In the world of the blind, the one-eyed man is king.
That's Max Payne, yeah.
Yeah, they say in Minority Report as well. So one of those.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's what the guy who gives him the eyes says.
Oh my god. What was it you said the other day? You were just substituting words in that phrase. You were like, in the land of the hungry, the man with a sandwich is king, or something. You were just substituting random things in.
Better tell Doc to keep looking for other materials.
There's another Max Payne quote. It's like,
Alright.
I don't know about angels, but it's fear that gives men wings. And like, I really know what it means. It just sounds cool. Fear that gives men wings. I think it means like, if you're frightened of something happening, then you're chicken wings. Couldn't believe it. I was on my 5th box of donuts. I was heading viral. My friend, he wanted to tell his kids about wasting food. You know when parents make up lies,
Beautiful.
children behave and stuff.
Mm.
He came up with one, and it was the dumbest thing ever. And I was probably laughing for 5. You shouldn't waste chicken because the parts that you throw away don't go to heaven. I was like, can you imagine the amount of boneless chickens in heaven right now?
Oh my god.
Who eats the bones?
It's just flopping around.
Fluffy chickens in heaven.
All
Oh my-
chickens go to heaven.
Like, your stomach is a portal to heaven.
What's the last part? I probably shouldn't be doing these puzzles again since I did them already, but I can't help it.
No,
I like puzzles.
Kind of a cool puzzle.
I like puzzles. Oh well.
This
It's my weakness.
This kind of reminds me of like Ratchet and Clank, because like they would have like all these little puzzles.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's just an Insomniac thing.
Yeah.
I'm
not
like
complaining though. It works quite well.
Hydrogel IPN.
Even if it's an action game, I think having a few puzzles in it makes it interesting.
Yeah, especially if they're optional.
Yeah, rather than just like up. It's nice to have a little like brain crunching every now and again.
Yeah. I don't know.
Gotta
I
use
like
your
that.
noggin.
Definitely. Just clear that out. Just 2 more puzzles, then we can go. I'm not gonna do like what I did when I was streaming this and look up what all of the chemical compounds and their chemical structures and what their uses are in the real world, etc., etc. I spent way too much time doing that, but it was fun though.
Did you learn something at least?
Yeah.
I did. I learned that one of the dangerous compounds that the doc was using later on. I believe it was also used for like food coloring.
Oh, nice.
Which is weird.
In one of my lectures once.
Sorry,
like,
go ahead.
he was like talking about silicon. What's silicon used for? And I had a bit of a grin. I put my hand up, right, and I was like, cosmetic surgery. Everyone just started giggling because they were like, oh, tits, oh. And he was just like, yeah. And the reason silicon's used in surgery is because it doesn't react with the body.
Oh, interesting.
No one can be allergic to silicon.
Actually, that does make sense. Huh.
Is that why they don't use peanuts for breast implants? So peanuts.
Going back to one of the just a little fun fact about one of the chemical compounds that you can analyze. There's a typo for one of them because I've been studying this recently for organic chemistry, and they I think it was like they just did like a 4,5 trimethyl something trimethyl hexane, for instance, or something. But since there's a tri prefix, there has to be a third substituent location, and so it would have to be like 4,4,5 or something. So I found that typo. That was fun.
You alright there?
You okay?
I was trying to read something, and it wouldn't, and then my arm was contorting in a weird way.
Oh dear.
I was being dumb, basically.
As we all do from time to time.
I can relate to that.
It makes me cry, cry.
Fisk make it to Rikers yet?
Can't help it. I was singing it in the lift. Lift rising, there's a bellowing echo, and it's just like.
We just have little elevator music rendition of it, like.
For you, Yuri, anything. I'm on my way.
You said. I thought he was going to say Little Elf version. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Oh, I love Little Elf covers. Little Elf is my favourite.
Gnostigan Elf.
Good night.
Hello.
Oh boy, J. Jonah Jameson, take your shots at me.
I will take a shot of chocolate milk.
Triple J.
Why do the subtitles keep saying just the facts with J. Jonah Jameson, producer, it just...
J. Jonah Jameson, Facts don't care about your... Okay, this is epic.
Now it says Jameson. That was weird.
Yeah. I think that's just I think just something they overlooked. That was quite weird. I didn't notice that until you pointed it out.
Was J. Jonah Jameson talking during that time, or was somebody?
No, it was producer like announcing the show, saying like be sure to call in 24 hours for like a free copy of the book. So that's why they did it. But the you're right about like how
I
it just.
thought Jameson talked.
No, it wasn't him talking. It was just a producer just like advertising like his book and stuff.
Yeah, no, I get it.
AJ is the best parody of Alex Jones. Barbara, you're demons.
You know, for ages, I thought, you know, Screaming Cowboy, I thought that was Alex Jones for that one. Because I'd only seen a picture of him. You know what I'm talking about there?
Yeah. There's a really funny Alex Jones. He sponsors like a type of protein supplement or whatever.
Yeah.
And you know, like before and after, muscular. Yeah. Well, he does it, and it's before and after. He looks exactly the same, but his skin's more red. If you just turn red, basically. There's a woman on the one show called Alexa Jones, and I was talking about her with a friend, and then he just thought I meant like Alex Jones. I'm like, no, what are you talking about? Saying the things he says, like. I just thought it was really funny.
I love a challenge.
You break it, you buy it.
Oatmeal, it's your game.
Let's take a look. Input.
Oh, baby, give me some money.
Here we go.
Man, I really wish I could remake that game. I would do it much better.
Like 10 minutes.
I still got it on my old iTouch.
Oh wow.
Bring my
high score like 12 or something. It's really difficult. It's much easier if you play it on a tablet. For some reason, I don't know why.
Sure, but just so you know,
We made it
I
in
had
like
to
a
sync
week,
up with the tower to fix it. I'm seeing all crime data in the
That's
area
cool.
now.
Yeah, it is. That's cool. That is really cool though.
It's
a really neat idea.
Don't bother. I'm on it.
Yeah, that's why Insomniac stole it from us. I'd like to imagine that for some reason someone there got the... Like, I know they wouldn't, but
Yeah.
I don't think anybody got the game who didn't know me or the other person.
Pretty sure these guys didn't forget their keys.
Oh, this guy's wearing Adidas. Okay. Yeah.
All right. There we go. This works.
Now you see, Spider-Man has access to a web strike. The button and to use your web strike.
He's also got loads of gadgets that you just shouldn't have yet, but make everything so much easier.
Okay.
Alright, there we go.
Thanks for that. Now I'm seeing an assault near you.
Oh, it's assault.
Oh,
It's
cool.
Your favorite tough but lovable grizzled seen too much detective is in town.
What? No.
That actually makes my plan for unlock. Okay, so with New Game Plus, I was like, hopefully that they'll let you know get the same tokens you got from the original. That way I can just, so I don't have to do the Taskmaster, like perfecting the Taskmaster stuff. I can just still get those challenge tokens just by doing them regularly, just to get the other suits.
Nice.
Get away from her.
I don't have all of the suits. I didn't want to. I'm not
To be fair,
skilled enough.
you have to do quite a bit for some of them, so I don't think.
Yeah, that Bill guy, they're a power couple. Basically. Yuri, or Platt.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know that they were. Oh.
Both in
I
Persona
didn't know
3
it
as
was
well.
Flash.
I think.
That's cool.
Well, it's the 21st century. I'll just use the internet. Is it taboo when someone tells you something and you say, really? And then you just go on Google to check if they're right? Is that rude?
No, I don't think so.
It just means you want more information.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm sure you can, but just in
Yeah, I
case
do
there's
that.
Imagine the person flipping out was like, what, you think I'm a liar? You think I'm crazy?
Wait, calling you a truther.
I like it when people say, no, you're wrong, and then they look it up and they're like, oh, you're right. Teal did that when I was around. Have you watched Daredevil?
No.
Alright.
Spider.
There's a character in it called Claire.
Should be able to spot
And
the next tower from up there.
me and Teal were talking about how the guy who plays Fisk in it is the guy in Men in Black, the bug guy. He plays Wilson Fisk, and I was like, yeah, it's funny because the actress who plays Claire was in Men in Black too, and he was like, what? Who is she? And I was like, she's like the love interest in that movie. And Teal was like, no, she's not. No, she's not. And then he looked up and he was like, oh my god, she is. And I'm like, yes, she.
Oh, that's great.
That's like the whole the guy who voiced Garfield.
Oh yeah, the
Ghostbusters guy and Bill Murray's Perry, and then it was like he ended up voicing Garfield. That was an accident apparently because
Fuck, you're right. Shit.
because Bill Murray wanted to be in this person's film because he thought the director was famous, but he was getting the name confused with someone else. He was like, it's Garfield, and that's why he sounds so miserable.
Yeah, he thought it was the Coen brothers.
Oh, she looks so different with a different haircut.
I know.
I got a new
lot
dog
younger.
state of mind.
I can't imagine the Coen brothers doing
The
Garfield.
Coen True Grit with Garfield, yeah.
Bill Murray's like doesn't have an agent or anything. They just like if you want him to be in your movie, you have to just like call him, and, like leave a message on his phone.
Who are you gonna call?
A menu for my first real date with MJ.
Great.
Yeah. Also, so begins the quest for 55 backpacks. They somehow, for some reason, use all of them and completely forgot about in the span of like 4 years.
Stole the menu from his first date. I never looked at the stuff he collected for the backpacks.
Oh, they're
He
great.
stole the fucking menu from his first date with MJ.
Yep. Dude, there's some amazing items here. It's great, and there's a pretty funny narration to go with it. Also, in one of them, there's just
like,
there's just
she
a two.
couldn't just order tap water.
No.
Jesus.
In one of the backpacks, there's just a tooth. There's a tooth that apparently just contains Sandman that just left on Avengers Tower. So Sandman has just been in a vial for like at the worst 8 years.
Shit.
He's just been in there, and isn't that like that's just cruel imprisonment?
Peter is obsessed with MJ. Or Chan, people who can't get a girlfriend. Mr. Stark, you gotta take the red pill, Mr. Stark.
Don't anger 4chan.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Didn't that
Playing with
happen
fire.
in the last one?
Spider Cap.
Spider Cap.
Now, what's your spider cop without his spider powers?
I like that detail when you go into like the camera fixed place.
Mhm.
I like that. That's cool.
Oh great. I thought I just did it without actually being lethal, but nope.
Looks like a Wes Anderson movie now.
Oh man, I'd love to play a game that looked like a Wes
Oh,
Anderson movie.
Emil, like, you know, did you ever watch much of Nier Automata? or play it, or
seen bits of it.
Oh, I need to get the game.
They have a lot of situations where they have that Wes Anderson sort of X-ray building camera angle.
Oh yeah.
Of it in the first game.
That's awesome.
You're in like a lighthouse, and you go all the way up the staircase, like a spiral. But you can see through the lighthouse, like it's cross-section. And up, like almost like it's a cartoon or something, and it's actually like big the tower is.
I love it when games do like wacky things like that, and films for that matter. Like I love that in Wes Anderson films where they do that cross-section thing, because like it's actually just a crazy weird set. That's the one. Have you seen Life Aquatic?
Yeah, the Steve. What's his name again? Yeah, that's it. I spent ages trying to remember his name. Jamie and Life Aquatic. No, that's a real person.
Not good. Can't have people taking pictures of my 3 chest hairs.
Oh, that's funny. I forgot that because I changed a costume that the suit's apparently supposed to be ripped.
He's just like looking at his costume like, oh, what the? Why did I decide to wear this?
Actually, no, that's a good sound for a costume change. Let's. What do we want to use?
Underwear.
I don't actually have that one yet.
Oh,
that's the one I don't have.
Lost me underwear.
I have everything else though.
Was the underwear like the 100% completion?
Yeah, you have to 100% all the districts. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Where's the goal? I just have a couple crimes to take care of. I just didn't have time to do it before the stream. So.
Daddy's got some criminals to apprehend.
I 100% at all districts right before the final boss. So it felt really satisfying.
Nice. Oh man.
The human spider.
Did your boyfriend make that for you?
Did you guys see the some edited some Tobey Maguire line
Make him sound racist.
Homecoming
yeah.
and
Fine, sorry. I'm thinking of a different.
Yeah, no, that's great. That was great.
There's a joke where people
Spider. Let's go with
people take scenes like screenshots from Spider-Man 2, and then they put text underneath it that starts off like a quote. Like you just think you're reading a quote straight from the film, and then they like unbelievable racist stuff in there, like stuff Uncle Ben says, right? And then at the bottom they're like, "Wow, Raimi, it was a different time, I suppose. Yeah, different time. Yeah, Jesus Christ, Raimi, you can't say that." And people are like, "What are you talking about? He never said that." And I'm like, what are you talking about? This film's provocative. What are you talking about? It was a different time. May, it's like, oh Peter, ridiculous freak. Good old Aunt May.
Good old supportive Aunt May.
Yeah, it's different time, okay? Different time.
I suppose so. Yeah, there's a backpack.
Okay, somebody's shooting outside.
What do you? I want to guess what's in this backpack.
Is somebody actually shooting outside?
Yeah, I'll be right back to see if I can.
What, shooting? Like
Wait,
a gun?
what?
Yeah, no, I heard a fucking gun outside.
Whoa.
I mean, I'm fine. It's not near me, but I heard it from a distance. I'll be right back.
That's odd.
Oh
okay.
God, that's just not
you stay safe
here in England.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
America. Sorry.
Fuck you.
Well, I can't really criticize America. Over here, you get 4 years in prison for carrying a potato peeler. So, I mean.
Wait, I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, someone got like 4 years. My dad has a switchblade, right? And then he read in the paper that even if it's at home, if you're caught with possession of a switchblade, then you just get 4 years in prison, no questions asked. So he's like,
not true.
Paper. It's this proper old switchblade. Not a letter opener, a switchblade. One that goes. I can't believe it. He told me. Unbelievable. So he sent it to the police station in a box, and he's gonna have it destroyed.
Stay hydrated. What doing? Why does this post twice in a row?
Maybe he senses all of us are in there, so he's doing it one for the stream and one for the people joining.
To be fair, I haven't drunk.
Like, Joe, you need a drink. Calm down.
I like to imagine he's like a bartender, but he just like serves everyone water, and he's like, "What can I get for you?"
Water on the rocks. Rocks be ice, please. That's just more water. Thanks.
Okay. Oh well, I didn't get to do a bunch of things. Oh well. What were we talking about? I forgot. I had the worst memory.
The Hydrobot.
Ah, yes.
Very briefly, yeah.
Oh, right.
I read somewhere that every time you wake up, you're dehydrated, unless water in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I always feel super dehydrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been just drinking a bottle. I just drink a bottle of water every time I get up.
Same here. I always just have like a giant glass of water each time I wake up.
I don't.
Does
I
wonders.
just do not wake up in the night. I go to sleep and I wake up in the morning. Well, I say the morning. Sometimes it's not the morning. What was?
God damn it! They're shooting again.
What was it? Did you find out?
Just get your piece, all right, and fire back.
So I mean, I'm in this part of California where they actually there's like people who really love their guns and shit. And, like, it's so funny for California because it's like, god damn it, we're like it's fucking California. Like a lot of us are liberal. But I'm in an area where like people were wearing like Confederate flags on T-shirts, and I just like look at those people. I go, "Are you fucking stupid?" So yeah, we got rednecks here. They're shooting, so everything's fine. But
Know what you need? A hobo with a shotgun.
Jobo.
Over. I know that whole scene off by heart. I can do it right now.
That doesn't surprise me.
You vultures, rule the city of everything that is innocent. Friends, spread the word, and then the guy screams, "Yeah!" And he's like, "No!" And he just shoots him anyway. 8 guns. And then the cashier's like, "Oh fuck!" And then like, yeah. Credits. Oscar, thanks.
Very good.
That film was better acting than some Hollywood movies.
I still haven't seen it.
It's really near the mark. It's super violent.
wait, which movie is this?
Hobo with a shotgun.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I have not seen this. I feel like I should now.
Joby, Bob's going on about it.
This year, we're watching Planet Terror.
Oh, nice.
We're gonna watch that. We just want to. My friend just wants to see like Bruce Willis turn into a giant pimple. That's all he wants to watch it for.
I don't know Bruce Willis was in it.
Yeah, he's in it for like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Fair enough then.
And he like turns into like a giant blob, and he explodes. Oh, spoiler, sorry.
Sounds like Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah.
Which
I know this.
Great.
Hobo with a shotgun is underrated. Oh, a man of culture. Okay.
Looks like Doc's gone for the night.
I watched a Hong Kong film called In the Mood for Loving, and it's actually a really good film. It's got a bit of a sad ending, but
Spoil. Now I know what emotion to
Yeah. The plot's actually really good. It's Hong Kong equivalent of like a Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan romance movie.
Interesting. I really haven't been paying enough attention to the chat. My apologies, chat.
Let me explain.
He just find out that he was.
Chat.
But I was afraid that if word got out, my family would...
Story. Chat.
You're bound to be a target too.
Yeah. There goes my PS4 fan. Oh well.
Don't worry. Your secret's safe.
Maybe just cutscenes.
Well, I'll leave you to it.
Hear Discord noises.
Oh. Okay, there we go.
Fucking stop with your shooting!
That's too crazy.
That's insane.
I can't get my head around this. Like, no, I've never heard a gun.
Neither have I, but...
Oh, yeah, good point. I've never heard a gunshot in person.
Yeah.
Only like...
Yeah.
Oh my god! I gotta tell you guys a story, so, of my McDonald's trip from hell. Okay. So, I was down in Long Beach, in California, which is way down in southern LA, and I'm from way up north. I'm north of San Francisco. So I was down there visiting friends and going to IndieCade, which is this independent game development and developers thing. I was staying with some friends, and in Long Beach, you can't find parking fucking anywhere. So I managed to actually have a parking spot, but I really needed to go eat, and it was dark, so I wasn't gonna walk to this McDonald's. Plus, it was like 2 miles away, and I did not want to walk in the dark in Long Beach to go get fucking McDonald's. So when I got into my car, some asshole decides to park in the street with his hazards on, right behind me. So I spent about 5 minutes waiting for this guy to move, hoping that he was going to move, but he did. So I tried. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll try to, because I guess I'll try to back out of my parking spot. As soon as I did that, somebody was seeing me trying to leave my parking spot, so they just stopped where they were. They thought they gave me enough space, but they weren't. Guy who had parked like close behind me, so I couldn't get out. And so I moved back into my spot, and I got out of my car to stand to my car, showing that I am not moving anywhere because I literally can fucking not. And so this person who was waiting for my spot, you know, they get all pissed and they drive past me, and they're like looking at me like I'm like the biggest like fucking asshole in the world, and I go, well, I can't move when you're right there. And the guy who had parked behind me thought I was talking to him, which I kind of was as well. So he gives me a dirty look and moves his car. It's like, you're the one fucking parked in the street, okay? And so that took 20 minutes of me waiting around and then right? And so of course I'm trying to navigate Long Beach streets at night that I'm not used to, so that wasn't fun either. By the time I get to McDonald's, I'm just like, god damn it, I just want to get my fucking nuggets and go and just head back to my friend's house. So I get back to the street, my parking spot's gone. They took my spot immediately, whoever was driving around the streets. So I'm like driving around all these other blocks, and the street right in front of my friend's house is blocked because of a tow truck, but it looked like, at the time, I thought it was cops. I'm like, fuck. Because what people do in this little area, they park in red spaces because there's no other way, there's no other parking available. So they'll park in red spaces and move their cars in them. And I couldn't do that because I'm like, fuck, there's... and so I did temporarily to call my friend, like, I can't fucking I can't find a parking spot, and as I'm freaking out, staring at me see, he's like on the edge of this road, right? Right next to the stop sign. That's where this red space is. And I'm just like freaking out, and he's staring at me. So I can't like leave my car to temporarily park there and move it in the morning because this guy's watching me.
Offered the chance to really make it.
Because I was only like a block away, but I was no fucking way with this guy watching me was I gonna leave my car. And so I get on this. So I leave that spot I was parked in temporarily to get on this main road, but I missed the turn back onto the other road, a different road, and I had to turn around. And in that time I turned around, there was apparently construction going. So there was a bunch of cones in the road, even though like 2 minutes earlier they weren't there. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And so I turn back around again, and I get on the road that I need to get. And I'm on the road in front of my friend's house, and the tow truck is leaving, and there's somebody leaving a parking spot, and I fucking gun it on the gas. I'm like, oh my god! And it was an actual. As soon as I parked, I hear this loud boom. And it was the second time I heard this loud boom, because the first time was when I parked in the red space, and I fucking get out of my car, I run into my friend's apartment, and I start like telling him all this, and I go, and I think it was a gunshot. No.
Laying out pulleys.
And he goes, yeah, our neighbors, they occasionally light up fireworks. I go, what? So as I was like freaking out, telling him the story, hearing about the fireworks, I was like eating my food, just be like, I'm just gonna go home tonight, because I was supposed to leave the next morning. I was like, I'm just gonna leave tonight. So it was the most hellish experience to a McDonald's I'd ever been through. So
Jesus.
The story.
And that's the thesis.
What would Ronald say?
I don't know, he'd honk his nose. I don't know. Like the corporate mascot that he is. Ronald McDonald doesn't exist anymore.
No, he doesn't, really.
It's the creepy boxes now.
Yeah. Mm.
Teal would have been laughing. But that's like a really long story, so wouldn't have. I'll have to tell it again throughout the rest of the weekend.
Oh, I'm good at retelling stories.
Oh, you're gonna tell my story, my trip.
Yeah, I'll retell it another 5 times if I have to over the course of a month. I do that anyway.
Yeah.
Remember the day in which you make journals?
I always like for these sneaking segments, I like better these than sneaking areas for Arkham games.
Mm-hmm.
Sucked at those.
Well, you cut off me at the end of that. What was that?
I was saying that I'm better at the Spider-Man than I am Batman. I just end up beating the shit out of people. I get time in Batman. I just much better at Spider-Man for some reason.
I think the combat, people compare it to Arkham, but to me it looks a little bit better. Because Spider-Man doesn't take up 2/3 of the screen.
Yeah, no, I agree.
and then it requires a little bit more brain power rather than just mashing buttons.
Yeah, no, I think this is better for the Arkham-like gameplay. I think this is an improvement.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to play the Arkham games yet. I've been meaning to, but I mean,
that makes sense though, because Spider-Man as a hero is more based around movement.
Mm-hmm.
Like Spider-Man's whole thing is based around movement.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that he's like agile. And he could like cover many angles.
I think that's why a lot of people think like that's their like favorite hero, because everything he does looks fun.
Yeah.
The web swinging and stuff.
Yeah, like New York is a real city. But like
So,
for
can you just-
Spider-Man, it's just a playground.
Okay, there we go. That's the Weber one with five walls down.
Like you always get these things of like people saying like this is my video essay on why Gotham City is a character, or like all the lots of the heroes like so cool. They have built for the hero like this certain point because Batman is who Batman is.
Hmm.
Spider-Man is like, yeah, but what if like it was New York? Like, what would be a cool thing to do in this like metropolis that actually exists?
Gun running. Let's see what I can do to cut down the supply.
Speaking of Gotham, what's the new?
It's called We Live in a Society. Gamers, rise up.
I like that Gotham is just Gotham.
Ham. Back. Veronica. Back from a house party.
Dang, looks like they called
Rise up.
I think I managed to break David last I saw him because we went for a meal at Wagamama's, which is like
I have a cookbook right next to me. Wagamama's cookbook.
delicious. It's like Japanese and Thai food and stuff. And we were reading the menu, like pointed something out to him, and it was like lunch 2. And look, and get out. Okay. Oh dear. I'll have to type it.
I've got mine too in my fridge. You've cursed my vegetables now. I'm gonna open the fridge and burst into tears. Man, get out! There's the door. Flatmate, and I made a joke. There was some leaks in the sink, and I was like, "Oh, there's a leak in the sink." And she was like, "What?" Good one, Joe, and she didn't get it, and was like, "Oh, I failed. Never mind."
It's a classic one, that.
Gotham Season 5's not starting until 2019. What the fuck?
Baby, where's your
That's
L
your
bags?
watch.
Past weeks. Champion. I've been waking up early every day, drinking my water. I have 2 eggs. I come out and I go shopping.
Alright.
Champion.
I have a bowl of fruit in the morning.
I'm gonna write that down.
It's
my list of how to become a champion. I'm lad. Lad refers to youngsters. I'm a gin man now, kiddo.
Oh boy. No more youngster Joby. So in that pile of bodies there in that web, somebody's face is definitely in contact with
crotch.
Yeah.
Well, someone's having a hard time breathing in there, especially in like the center. So well done, Spider-Man.
Well done, Spider-Man.
Hey, Super, how you doing?
Movie cameo now. See you later.
Yo.
Do you know what would be a cool superpower? If you could like pick 2 things and they basically become magnetized to each other.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
That's my hero.
Like the
oh, never mind.
TV and the wall, and then the TV just like slams against the wall, obviously because the wall is like stuck in place. But you could just go around. You could use it to be like
if you were a superhero and you were just like, I can imagine in the movie and he like sees the bad guy and he's like,
Good old Empire
oh,
State.
well, your face is gonna be in his butt, and then you like do a magnet to this guy's face and this guy's butt, and they're like, oh, no. That's like, that's a real like, superhero movie
Since quitting the
thing.
Bugle. That's how much I enjoy it. Should keep an eye out for more landmarks to shoot.
Everyone talks about how Spider-Man was like the first like good superhero movie. Like, what about Batman movies?
Yeah, I like that. My dad described it to me when I was young, and he described it like how a 10-year-old would describe a film. He was like, he went up to the penguin and went, shoo! Then he went to the scarecrow and went, vroom! Like, what? Song. The reason my dad likes it is because there's a YouTube song that was promotional for the film. He calls it the Batman song.
That's what it is.
Okay. Hey, frequency jammed.
I am taking over after, you know, when he gets tired. So, but other than that, I don't know. We don't know. Tom was supposed to stream tomorrow. UK time. But yeah.
I mean, to be fair,
Captain Watanabe gave me her cell
I was just saying, because like,
trust me.
Teal has like, I don't know if some days change, but like, Teal's had quite a bit of time for himself, so I'm sure like you could join in or maybe make it like split it up with him, because I think he has like 16 hours set for himself or something.
Yeah, me and Dino are streaming at some point on Sunday.
Yes, that's right.
And I think we're gonna do like group games then as well.
Gotcha.
Oh,
that should be fun. I know there's one game you posted that I may have to download.
No one says me like no one says me likey anymore. I almost said it and I realised no one's said that for years.
Me likey.
Me likey. Like no one says that anymore.
You should make a new one. Joby like a Reno.
I've been saying to my friends, and they think I'm a bit odd. And I'm like, there's toes over here, baby. Like, they're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, good day.
Bring a ding-ding'em over here. Just say, little pig, let me in.
I just realised that you're like someone's dad, like your friend's dad at school, and he just says all these weird things. Like, okay, he's a character.
I was like, oh, Dad, I got a D on my math homework. Gas. What? That doesn't make any sense. What are you talking about?
You know, Emil, when you mentioned it, it kind of reminded me of I think it's because you've been using him a lot, Joby, for like your tweets and stuff. But like I was thinking of what's like Hugh from like Jimmy Neutron, like Jimmy's dad.
Jimbo.
I'm just imagining Joby as like Hugh, and it's great. It's oddly fitting.
Isn't that just quacking crazy?
Oh, no, my earbud.
William Fisk actually did nothing wrong.
There we go.
Resume.
Again, super like we have the rest in the way of the schedule, other than just what Teal's. You know.
Now, where did I put my bag?
People will stream at some point.
Yeah.
It's available.
Hey guys, you got prescriptions for this stuff?
the other day.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'll just completely cut out for me for a second there. So, what were you saying?
To ask someone you know speaks the language, if you can practice the language with them.
No.
What's that feeling?
No, that's fine.
Even if they're a stranger that you've just sat next to, and you know that they like.
I think that's fine. As long as you're not like just see someone and assume that they can speak certain language.
No, that's a bit
yeah.
quite positive, and you're like, excuse me, are you? Matter of fact, I am. Oh, I'm learning to speak. Can I?
No, I think they probably like that somebody is trying to.
Oh, okay, that's reassuring.
Kitchen getting ready for the party.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Like my friends, my folks speak Arabic, for instance, and like I remember there was a few there was a few times in like middle school. I think there was someone I knew who was trying to learn to speak Arabic, and they were just so they just asked my mom about it when she came picking me up one day. So yeah, it was cool. I still don't look at it myself.
Nice feeling when you basically, I don't know what it is, it's some sort of weird anthropological thing where people like speaking another language with other people. They just naturally like it. So like Chinese, and my Chinese flatmate, sometimes he just to him like behind my back to like spite me.
Hey, there's my favorite aunt.
And he says the dumbest things as well. He's like, "Whoa, I Fortnite," which means like I love Fortnite. I'm like, that's nothing to brag about. Like you're just saying a random phrase. Like language with the sheer mention of Fortnite.
Peter,
Victor Sullivan.
are you in trouble? Do you need
I've sort of been doing something similar, but like instead I've just been teaching myself just for no particular reason Morse code, and so I'm just whenever something comes up as like a letter I don't typically use as much as the other ones I know pretty well, I just kind of just do that randomly, and then people just look at me funny.
What is it?
Oh, she's tapping out.
Tell me.
Oh, later, Super. Have a good night.
Good night,
Oh.
Super.
No, sleep tight.
I just wish there were
And then the bed bugs.
I really wanna do.
The Simpsons game.
Did you ever watch All Grown Up?
It was rubbish because when they were kids they went on these crazy adventures, but when they're older it's just
Yeah. Well, it's like Tommy makes movies, right? And they're supposed to be like, oh, of course, because like when he was young, he was like the director of all the games, the adventures they went on and stuff. I had a dream once that there was like the Rugrats, but like, you know, like in their 20s, like the classic like sitcom age group where they're in their 20s and they're trying to like find.
Is it really gritty?
No,
it was live fuck action. You, Tommy. The triangles go with the circles.
It was live action, and it was so. It was like I just remember a theme tune to it, which obviously. And I woke up and I had it stuck in my head all day, and I was like, "This is so annoying. It's not even a real song." But now I can't remember it at all. So.
I'm trying to find the one person who's supposed to be here. Gloria, I think her name is.
She's at like near the entrance, isn't she?
There she is. Yeah. It's just cool seeing her here. How she just sort of gradually opens up after being here. There we go.
Was the one episode of what Rugrats you were gonna say?
All Grown Up, and it's like Yu-Gi-Oh, but it's called You Gotta Go or something.
Oh my god.
I mean, Chucky is like the best Yu-Gi-Oh player, and he has crazy Yu-Gi-Oh hair. I mean, Chucky already does have Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. Recess did a thing where there was like a card game and everyone was obsessed with it, and then everyone turned into zombies. Bo, and it's like a weird puzzle. It's like a colour, and it had like different wedges on it. You sort of got all the wedges in a square, then you'd win, and you'd win all everyone's pieces. Jimbo.
Voicemail from Yuri.
Hey, silent alarm at the auction house holding Fisk's estate sale just tripped.
What was the big one at your school? Because I thought, like,
oh, it was match attacks.
It was like big everywhere, but Teal was like, no, we didn't really do that.
It wasn't Pokemon, it was Yu-Gi-Oh!
What was the
I
question?
remember I had all the Spanish bootleg cards, and I.
Related card. What? Oh, okay.
I did not hear that.
Spanish Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, like the bootleg cards with the bad prints, and I've not changed really. I'm the same. Yeah. I have all the knockoff stuff, and my friends used to make fun of me, like, "What? That's not real. You can't use that." My trap card, Trollfoot.
Well, stop wondering.
Oh, see you, Blue. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by, man.
Kyber boy, you've activated my trap card, Troll Toll.
You gotta pay
5,000 life points if you want to use this.
I don't know what to say.
Just trying to incorporate Always Sunny into Yu-Gi-Oh!
Did you guys see ProZD's
Love you too.
Like, it's like when you have a really good hand in a card game.
Oh yes.
They made this whole Moochick the Gathering.
Oh, that was great. I need to play more card games. I don't know. I feel like I'd get really instant if I took the time to learn them.
President. That's a good card game with friends. President.
President, okay.
What's that?
It's like, I don't want to explain the rules because when you explain it over Twitch, it sounds boring. Whereas if you're around with the table with friends and you're playing it as you teach it, then it's.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I get that. I get that.
Like, I'll start explaining it and then I'll find some way to butcher it.
We played this one on my last birthday. David brought it over. It's called 2 Rooms and a Boom.
I was gonna mention 2 Rooms and a Boom.
It's so
good.
Basically, one person is the president, and one person has a bomb, and the people on the bomb team have to make sure that the president and the bomb are in the same room at the end, and the ones on the president team have to make sure they're not, basically. But you actually play it in 2 rooms, and you can like, you have like a leader in each room, and you can like parlay and go and talk to them. It's like really dramatic when because like we knew from the start like who the bomb and the president were, and we just had to make sure that they were in the separate rooms. So we had a plan to get someone to be the leader in the other room. And then I was like, I want to do a parlay so I can see it. And I walked into the room and it was like a completely different person. And he was just sat there like on a chair, and he'd like turn around like in a movie. Oh, you were expecting someone else, and I was like, no!
Yeah, so like after every, so, like, there's like 3 turns, and then you, like, the leaders of each group, of each room, negotiate who they'll, like, send as a hostage to the other team.
Yeah.
So.
It's good, it's good. It's good because it's one you can play with loads of
how to
people.
protect myself from his blasts.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they always
Emil, did you
upgrade,
play
don't
ones
they?
with, like, other roles, like the Romeo and Juliet?
Yeah, I don't think we did any too fancy ones, but we did some with like other roles.
The game's really funny with some of the extra rules, because I think, so the Romeo and Juliet rules is they want to die together, so find each other, and be with the Bob.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
I'm more dramatic. That's like the Leonardo DiCaprio edit. Yeah.
You know they hated each other? Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Jane.
Oh yeah, yeah, and she couldn't see the movie because there was a sex scene in it, and she wasn't old enough, even though she was in the sex scene. Yeah. Well, it wasn't like a real sex scene, but it was heavily implied. Movie magic. But she wasn't 18.
Yeah, but she's English.
Yeah, but she still couldn't watch it. Yeah, because of that.
That's funny.
That's not still around at all.
I met up with some when I was down in the LA area. I met friends because obviously I was staying with some friends. But we played the Rooster Teeth card game, $1 Million Butt, and everybody but me had a drink. And a couple of my friends, their goal was to get. So it was actually pretty funny, like coming up with these like scenarios of what you would or wouldn't do for $1 million with like everybody but you is. There's some pretty funny scenarios. One of them was you get $1 million, but every time you see a cop, a leech appears on your body. And so instead of making what we ended up doing, we kept trying to like make sure it's like we can talk this into something you would do. And so what we came up with was that what if you were like a crime lord? You know, you'd always know when there's a snitch or an undercover because they would talk to you. It's like, I'm bringing someone new. The meeting ends, and there's like, kill him. It's like, why? Then pulls off a leech to your body. He's a cop. But I mean, if you're able to like try out $1 Million Butt, I really recommend it, just because it's really funny to kind of work out the scenarios and what they would actually mean.
I think. Lord, if I was like a violent. I think the rest of the skills that you need outside of that, I think I can get it.
Emil, your dream is to be a gang star.
A gangster.
Arrivederci.
That's it? I feel like the hold-up guys are phoning it in lately.
What was I gonna say? You mentioned drinking. My friend got really drunk one time last year, and I was working on my presentation on my laptop, and he was looking at me. He's like, yeah, and he just went, a fucking good presentation. He just walked away.
Why do people only talk like that when?
A PowerPoint presentation. It was just sort of like nothing special.
I am losing patience. Where is the file?
Whoa, there's the new. Oh, that's cool. There's a poster out for How to Train Your Dragon. It's a pretty cool poster. I like it.
There's no one here but us. We will find the file, or you will die.
That comes out, that comes out 22nd February, right?
I think so. That's gonna be so emotional when we watch
masked gunman and a single hostage. Looks like a heist in progress.
Stuff, and it's just
sending units your way. Keep the situation from getting worse in the meantime.
It's gonna be emotional for me.
Yeah. No, I loved How to Train Your Dragon movies. That was great. I know there was a show. I did see a couple episodes of it, but I never just caught up with it. I wonder if that'll be implemented in any way.
So if you watch the Netflix one, you have to watch the Cartoon Network show first because it's the Netflix show is a continuation of the.
Gotcha. I see.
Gotta do this quietly. Don't want to alert the others.
Central Standard. Fuck, what's Central Standard Time?
Spider-Man. That was weird. You just faced away from the guy that he was trying to do a perch takedown on. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Awesome. Were you saying something?
No. Summer just messaged me about stuff.
Gotcha.
Should web him from above.
Oh, shit.
Right.
Yeah, it's 2 hours. 6.
Whoa, careful.
4. Okay.
You stay quiet now.
Where am I?
Yeah, I didn't
Someone's
know.
coming. They'll see
No,
me down here.
Summer wasn't planning on streaming tonight, was
Hmm?
she? Anybody know?
She was supposed to be streaming tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's what she was just messaging us. She won't be able to stream until 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So
Bad guys are
she
getting
asked
ready
me to
to be
take over. Yeah, just making sure that she didn't know she was also gonna stream during this time, but I'm assuming she won't be able to. Also, where the fuck is Lito?
Yeah, where is Lito?
A long F and a hard K, that one.
Yo, Kyla.
Don't know what I was saying.
It's the Where is Lito song.
Yeah, where is Lito?
Where is Lido? Da 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 da. Oh, where is Lido? My eyes of Georgia.
Are you aware of there is a Where's Wally / Waldo cartoon?
Eyes of Georgia. What?
What?
I was
Buddy, if I had a
cartoon.
nickel,
You would always get the video from it from the library. You could like rent videos from the library, and I would.
What are you doing here?
Yeah. And just like watch it for ages, and like
think this is yours.
everyone else in my house was like, oh god, this is awful.
Robbie's got you
Why is he watching it for so long? It was like hours and hours because it was loads of episodes. But when I was over at T,
Let me explain.
the theme tune, because it's so it's so weird, just goes like, where's Wally? Dude, just do you? It's like,
what else would the lyrics be?
It's so weird though. Let me link it. Let me give you a cheeky little link to see for yourself.
Craig said we'd do this tomorrow.
Where's
I
Wally?
like to get a jump on things.
Where's Wally?
Oh, by the way, we should probably plug the charity now. Is the command just like
Hey, Craig?
I think it's
No, sorry.
exclamation mark donate? Yeah, there you go.
I got it.
Okay. Yeah, just
Maybe the expressionist piece.
I mean, as the title says, of course, and as I'm sure most of you are aware, this stream is being done to try and raise money for Dementia UK. If any support you guys could offer, whether it be donating or just spreading the word, it's greatly appreciated. And we thank you all for being here. That alone but we appreciate the support for that as well. I could form words, maybe sometimes. I don't know. Hey Naveen, how you doing?
I posted Where's Wally in chat so you can all experience the wonders of the best theme tune of all time. The show is really weird too. Like, I don't know. There's like this bit in it where there's this kid and he's like, I don't know why, stops talking every now and then and goes like, Like for no reason.
Mr. Fisk has
I mean, he's like, I'm King Suffy Surf, and then Wally's like, Suffy Surf?
Oh, this reeks of
Fussy Fuss backwards.
This reeks of 90s already.
I was I have a red striped shirt exactly like that, and then one time I was walking around, there was my sister like, we were at Downtown Disney one time, and my sister wanted to see a guy who was just doing random raps based off people in the crowd, and then the guy just points to me like, "Hey guys, I think I found Waldo." I completely forgot I was wearing that shirt, and I was so confused for a second. No, but,
you know what the theme song reminds me of?
The best part is the end, where it's like, where's Wally? Where's Wally? There he is. It's like, okay. Where's Wally?
Wait, he has a nemesis.
Yeah, Outlaw. Did you know that? He's in all the books.
What?
My Where's Wally lore, it doesn't serve me well.
A friend in the DA's office mentioned that
I
Fisk
bet you think you just have to find Wally on every page. And you're done. Incorrect. You gotta find Wally, you gotta find Outlaw, you gotta find Wenda, you gotta find Wolf, who's just
I remember
you gotta find Wisdom Whitebeard, you gotta find the key, the scroll, the camera, and something else which I don't remember.
I remember like the experts page where everyone was Wally, but
Oh god, yeah.
the
I found
true
him
yeah,
once.
the true Wally was the one missing his shoe.
Yeah.
Remember doing that, feeling like
something you'd like to say, maybe off the record, regarding Fisk's activities? I don't think your readers would have any interest in... Damn it. Wait here, please. Wait. I recognize that.
there he is. Sounds a bit more surprised.
He's called Wally here, right? But he's called Waldo in America.
Yeah.
But like,
Oh. Yeah.
it's created by an English man. So, by that logic, Wally is the original name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But his nemesis is called Oddlaw, which is Waldo. I just don't get it. There's something that doesn't connect there.
Well, Wally's short for Waldo.
Is it though?
It's a nickname. It doesn't have
Wallace.
Is Waldo a real name?
Wallace.
Never heard it in any other context besides that show.
Willy Wonka. Here you go.
Oh yeah, Walter.
Because the reporter you sent is clearly not working the puff piece we agreed upon.
Wallaby.
She's here now.
Wallaby. Oh my god. So, that just reminded me of a story that, my family and I were taking it to Oregon road trip. And for some reason we were trying to figure out the difference between a kangaroo. And I can't say wallaby without going into an accent. Oh shit. Sorry.
I thought you were gonna say Australia, but Oregon, Australia.
No, I know, but for some reason we
Wallaby,
talked about kangaroos and wallaby. So, like, I started looking up the difference between a kangaroo and a wallaby on my phone, and I started to read it in an Australian accent, because I like doing Australian accents, I think they're fun. And so, that, it was just like, the difference between a kangaroo is blah, 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 the mammals or whatever. So, I doubt my accent's any good. But, yeah.
It was just like I was watching H.
I like that show. I remember that show.
Yeah, H2O is the boss.
Didn't that make...
I need to.
Like, I thought I saw...
think elf. My apologies.
I thought I saw, like, a Netflix, like, animated version of it.
Yeah, Netflix went crazy with H2O. They did like 2 spin-offs.
It's weird.
You really let me down.
It's just that one. This is just this one episode where she like message on his phone. She's like, "You really want me now?"
Maybe these pieces move.
There was one a show that tried to compete called like the Sleepover Club, and it was rubbish. Sleepover Club, like it was just doing silly things, and the younger brothers would try and do pranks on them, and like
classic younger brother.
like talk about like diary, like 6 moments she had with her friends, and like one time we had to eat this really disgusting cake. I'm like, why would you do that? Like what? And I was like, what? Why would you do that?
We used to have like sleepovers were when I was in primary school. It's like sleepovers were just the most exciting thing, and like when it was someone's birthday, it was like, oh, you're having a sleepover, you're having a sleepover, and it would be like, who are they going to invite? Because obviously you can't invite everyone. So there's like a select group of like 5 people max, and you're like, oh, I hope I'm invited.
In there.
That's dystopian.
So when I was in a sleepover, and I was sharing a bed with this other guy. It was like a really big bed, and he turned round, and then put his thumbs in my eyes. Like pressed on my eyes.
There can be only one.
And he was like,
5 minutes ago.
feels weird, doesn't it? I was like, why did you do that?
I had to stay round a mate's house, and we played Rayman 3, the disco surfing level in the dark.
Oh man.
He'd never played it before, so he couldn't do it, and I'm like, let me have a go, come on.
Yeah, the joys of like playing a game together at a friend's here. It was my friend's birthday. We got he got for his birthday the Hobbit game. No, or was it the Fellowship of the Ring? They made a game of the Hobbit like way before the movies came out. Like, no,
it was Fellowship. It was Fellowship of the Ring, and like we were really struggling for ages, like to do this bit in the Shire, and then like we found out that there was just other controls, like that we didn't know. And then it was also Ratchet and Clank had just come playing that. That was really cool. But we were playing we were playing Truth or Dare, and basically we were being so noisy that my friend's mum was getting annoyed, and she was waiting outside the room for like telling us to go to sleep. So we were like trying to be quiet. We were also playing Truth or Dare, and someone dared my friend to get naked and jump out, like thinking like, oh, he's never gonna do it. And he was like, oh, I'm gonna trick him, I'm gonna outsmart them. So he took off his pajamas and he showed that he'd like taken them off, and then he was like, all right, I'm gonna jump up, but I'm gonna be holding the blanket so they can't see him. So he like, jumps up, but we were in a loft, so the ceiling was like slanted, and he just jumps up and smacks his head on the ceiling and like falls on the floor. He's like desperately like trying to not show us any of his name, and his mum's like outside. You alright in there? Do you want me to come in? He's like, no!
One time, I was around a friend's house, and then I dare to go on my trampoline in your pants. That's easy. That's not even like a felony or anything. It's like, I'll do that. In shorts or something, because I wear boxers. I was like, alright, I'll do it, and I did it. And then his mum, the kitchen goes outside, and I was like, oh my god, shit. And then I was pulling up my trousers, and I was like, hello, Mrs. Parrish. It's like, I'm doing my trousers.
That's all of them. MJ.
Oh, there we go.
I had a sleepover my birthday one. I was in primary school, I was friends
No.
with it. So, like, I had a mate usually interacted, and my nerdy friend was like so excited to go to one of the sleepovers, legendary sleep. Like the cool kids, and because we would always tell the school sleepover all this stuff going on, and basically in the there was like a high bed, which was my bed, and then a lower bed, and then just like everyone else would sleep on the floor. He really wanted to sleep on the floor like with everyone else because like that's where all the excitement happens. But everyone sleep on the floor, and then they were all like, "You should sleep on the bed," and he was like getting really upset about it, and he crying. I was like, "Crap! Like disaster! This is disaster." Okay, we're gonna make it a draw. So she got some straws, cut one to piece, and then we all like took out the straw, and then of course like we should draw the short straw, but the nerdy guy, and he was like, he was just like burst out crying like, no. But then one of the other guys was like, I'll just sleep on the bed. One time he was crying, right, and like we were in the playground, and he was crying about something, and then I was really like trying to cheer him up, and this other guy came over. I think he was just being like, no, like trying to cheer him up. But then while he was crying, he did like the biggest beer bubble I've ever seen. Just like came out of his mouth, and just kept getting bigger and bigger. I was really trying not to laugh, but I couldn't help it. I was like laughing, and he was like, "Stop laughing at me."
What came out of his mouth? What?
No, it's like, oh dear.
I just talked to Craig. You are not the reporter.
Laughing at me. Just makes it worse. Cry, cry, cry. You should have sang that, yeah.
Of what you saw.
I might have dinner in
about
like
the file those masked men stole?
half an hour.
You know,
I don't.
Gotcha.
it's 2 in the morning. Why are you having dinner in 2 in the morning?
It's at night for me.
Morning for us.
Yeah. Why are you having your dinner at 2 in the morning?
That's not
dinner.
Fuck, I want. If I want spaghetti at 2 in the morning, I'll...
What are you eating for dinner? Cornflakes?
You're copying me.
One's never happened.
I had so much spaghetti. My belly was full of spaghetti.
Why have you got to use all those words? Belly, spaghetti. Why are you gonna? It's genetically engineered to make me laugh. I got a belly full of spaghetti.
It was a lot of spaghetti. I don't think you're ready.
Swear.
When did Mix become Italian?
You wouldn't believe what happened.
So glad
Annoyed at my friend because he was talking to someone on his course, right? One of his mates, and she was sitting next to this girl, and I was like, "Oh, is she?" And then his instinct was like, he said, "Sorry, Joe, she's off limits." And I'm like, "You know what? I'm not talking to you anymore." That was his instinct. I was so offended. She's off limits.
I feel like there's a bigger story there. Let's not make us all about business. How's it going with you?
No, but we're on the
chain of memory stuff.
I know I could in a heartbeat, right? One phone call to hear.
Sure, but Dr. Octavius' work will help millions of them. Right where I want it.
I finally got the HD collection, finally, off eBay. I was playing it with my friend today on my PS4. I was watching him play it because he wanted to get into. He wanted to know what all the fuss was about. I'm like, all right, it's your funeral, right? And then he's playing it, and then like as soon as like the Disney cutscenes happen, one of my friends walks in, quickly laughing. He was like, "What is this? Is this like a movie? What are you watching? What?" And then one of my friends walked into the room, but it was back when it went like serious again. Nothing out of the ordinary here, and then he walks out and the Disney shit happens again. He's like, so as far as he's concerned, it's not a Disney game. It's just like, oh, it's like a Japanese game, whatever. I don't care. And he just walks out Disney stuff.
If you described parts to me, like if I didn't know it was a thing, I would be like, it's not a thing. You just made that up. Like
exactly. No. I was giving my mate background. And he was just like, "What? Is that it?"
Hey, Stanley.
Hey, Stanley.
Always my favorite.
I was thinking of like a petition for Kingdom Hearts. It would be like a Persona meets Looney Tunes. That would be Teal's favorite game.
Oh,
no, there's already a meme where like Daffy Duck's a burglar and he's got the Persona UI on him because he's like a thief. Like, is the protag.
Japanese games meets Western anime. It's like a anime, what, like Western RPG. Would it be like Studio Ghibli meets Skyrim?
Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Elder Scrolls kind of game. And I was like, oh man, that would be awesome. The Western RPGs, is there like a Western turn-based RPG?
Yeah, but they're like indie kind of, they're niche.
Yeah. I don't think of
they're like Steam kind of.
Play Western turn-based.
But there's like that one Lord of the Rings game, I think,
God,
on PS2.
Yeah,
my mate used to really
right.
my mate used to really like that game. He'd always talk about it during maths. Legolas, I'm like, I don't own this game. I can't relate.
Did you ever play Lord of the Rings War? That game was good.
I've never played it.
My friend, my cousin would used to go on about this game, and then he came around once and he was like, dude, guess what I brought? Guess what I brought? It's like, and we just played for like hours and hours till like 5 in the morning.
You said a mouthful, Doc. Take care.
Okay, there we go.
I'm learning Japanese on Duolingo. Well, lingo. Cut.
I've been meaning to maintain my Japanese that I learned the 3 months I
Japanese. Kore wa nan desu ka? Akayaro. There's an anime where there's a character who's bilingual and they really exaggerate it, and she's like, they have like a speech contest. So this is what I was talking about earlier. She's like, speech contest. It's so like exaggerated.
In the Teletubbies, Poe is supposed to be bilingual. Like, that's just part of her character, but it's just never in the...
What about character? Sorry?
Poe from the Teletubbies, she's supposed to be... I know so much...
Oh, just burst in the final episode of Teletubbies. Poe's like, Nihongo wa hanemasen. Like, what?
Nani?
Nani?
It's everywhere. You can't escape Nondor Buckano. It's just like everyone says it.
There was one time, like, during, you know, my last year's, like, at school, I was brushing up on my Japanese, and so I wasn't really paying attention, and some of my friends, on my game team, they're like, "Hey Nicole," and I just go, "Nani? Nani?" And they start laughing. Whoops.
You know,
because they're a bunch of fucking weak. So
yeah.
And one of my friends on my team is actually, so he's just like, "God damn it, Nicole." And I'm like, "I'm sorry." We must
yeah. Well, I know the lift, right? When I was getting in the lift and I pushed the button to go to my floor and it skips me, right? And I unironically went, "Yeah, bucko," like that. Well, I'm glad no one heard me. Don't think I was a freak.
Hey,
from this old cell phone.
do you think in this game
Accomplished with a real budget instead of
different lights are turned on in building?
Say that again?
Just random, or do you think it's the same?
Wait, what was that, Emil? Sorry?
In this game, do you think at each night it's different lights turned on in buildings, or do you think it's the same every time?
It's probably the same.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was the same, but it'd be interesting to test. I mean, I guess I could always hop in, because I think if you beat the game, you could change the time whenever you want. We could always just go to like my old save and like my normal save, and then just turn the nights off and on again, and then see if any nearby buildings look different.
They probably would do the same, because really nobody is gonna, if they're the same or if they're different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, it's probably the same ones, just because them that way, and
yeah,
it'd be really unnecessary to have like different ones. It'd be a cool detail, but
yeah, but nobody would notice. So it'd be pointless.
Ah well.
Who would notice? The nerds like us.
Yeah.
Yay.
That's like Snake Eater. The amount of things people didn't notice until like 9 years later. What blew me away? There's a scene in Snake Eater where you're like in a cave and it's pitch black, and like you get like a codec call. It's like, "Snake, use your lighter," and it's just like, "Okay," right? And then, but you don't have to use your lighter. If you wait 15 minutes, the brightness of the game turns up. Because in real life, if you're in the dark, your eyes adjust.
That's crazy.
Oh, that's cool.
Never admit it, but the chief was warming up for Spider Cop. His casual disregard for Bible printing was a
if you
weep
in that
for the
game,
art.
if you like walk around the circle, he throws a. If you just spin the analog stick around, he runs around the circle, and then he just.
In The Sims, could you slip in your own like urine? Oh, I think because I remember my friend telling me you could. Like.
Well, okay. If your sim falls asleep right where they piss, then I think so.
I love making up lies about games, and just like letting people believe them, and like they can't quite tell if it's working. So like, me and my friends played Witcher a lot, and I was like, "Oh God, have you noticed if you crouch before you jump, you do?" My friend was doing it for ages, and he was like, "It's not working." I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot to say that." That was a lot.
Like when my mate played Cuphead with him, and I forgot to tell him that you can just hold attack. Yeah. And in like Cuphead, he like spazzes out. After 2 hours, I was like, "You know, you can hold X," and that's just what he was doing. And he couldn't. He was just laughing.
But I always used to like guys that like my mum got this like thing that just like slams down like really quickly up and down. I was like, if I could take apart that so put the controller so no problem, but and then it's always just a fantasy.
See you tomorrow, Peter. Here's to a successful day.
Ah. Bless you.
At least not fantasy.
It's October. Who wants to hear a scary story?
Ooh, I'm game.
Okay. So, upon a time, and an elf. He was good at a goblin.
No, I was wondering if this ever been.
Just drop me off at the jail.
I know.
There's been a horror movie about.
Hey Dano, how you doing?
Gnomes! Gnome! Dino, time to.
Open the door, get on the floor. The dinosaur. Is that like a Flintstones gag? Come on.
Did I hurt you guys?
Wow. I guess you. Box.
What? Oh. Okay. Okay.
Was their relationship like any good? Flintstone and Wilma.
Hi, Herman. Seriously?
Watch some Flintstone stuff and like.
I haven't watched this. Yeah.
He's like really mean to. Oh gee, Fred, why'd you beat your wife? Fred is like. Oh, Wilma. I'm overanalyzing it. It's a stupid kid.
Well, I mean, I don't think that, like, I don't think you're overanalyzing. You're probably pointing to probably what
It was a different time.
not deem appropriate, or think that for culturally appropriate now it wouldn't be appropriate, but for at that time, that you know, that whole thing.
You know what? I think Fred just had some repressed rage because Barney kept stealing his free pebbles. Like, just buy your own. It's a fucking box of cereal. Like, superiority complex, Barney. Gonna ruin your life.
Like, you're talking about his daughter probably opening it still.
That's a different context. Stop fucking my daughter! Sorry, I've sullied the stream like I do everywhere.
Nah, you brought extra flair of brilliance, my friend.
Thousand streams before I let this company die. Ember. Green with it, You're green with it.
Did you watch the latest?
Ow.
3 episodes behind. I really liked one of the episodes had like Randy Crawford in it. Street life.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, they play like the whole song.
Yeah, they're just padding. I watched Walking Dead with my dad and I like it's the premiere.
Oh wait, is Walking Dead back?
Yeah, and it's at the point where we like make fun of it. Like my dad one morning, he was in it, and he started doing a Negan impression. He was just like,
Can we talk design details?
"Oh, good day." He's like in his pants.
I usually like if I start watching a show, I just stick till the. But if I'm
Good work,
not
Spider-Man.
into it anymore,
Did you learn anything about
just
his
because I want to see
That's right. He's
go.
not very talkative. Plus, I think.
And Walking Dead has
You'll have that
become
effect
one of
on a
those
lot of
shows.
people.
But you love me, right, Yuri?
Yeah, I've already invested so much. I kind of wanna.
Yeah.
Might be the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
I want to at least see the first season of Walking Dead because the first season's great.
Looks like I got some free time.
Yeah, the first season's really well made. It had a huge budget.
Oh, it's MJ.
Pretty much all the seasons do, but
Hey, MJ.
Frank Darabont was the show. And he made flippin' Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, he was unusually combative. Anyway, thanks again for dinner. What do I owe you?
Oh, Castlevania season 2 came out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, that's another good show I need to watch. Dang it, there's too much stuff I need to watch.
He has a degree in art history.
Yeah, also the Sabrina the Teenage Witch reboot came out today too, which I'm looking forward to that.
what the animated one?
No, the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is the Netflix
So
show.
I can call you
Oh.
like whenever.
Okay.
Yeah, whenever, whatever.
Yep, so much I should watch.
So I guess we're talking.
Yeah, Netflix has been coming out with some pretty good stuff lately.
Netflix adaptation.
I know one thing I really want to see from Netflix is Hilda. So that show just looks
It's
beautiful.
so good, man. I've only
There's no way to get paid without revealing
Nice.
To me, it seems a lot like Adventure Time.
Hmm.
Which
It seems like. Yeah, I was getting like a vibe of like Gravity Falls and Adventure Time together, and like if Gravity Falls didn't have like this whole overlying mystery into it.
I'm gonna go eat. I'll be back.
Okay, sounds good. Enjoy dinner.
Enjoy your spaghetti.
Alright. I'll be right back.
See you soon. Hey, it's Triple J.
Oh no. You did. She's gone. She can't.
Oh, we'll learn no after. Let's activate this house so we can hear Jameson better.
Hey Joby. Where's Joby going?
I'm here.
Oh,
okay.
There you go. Jesus.
Have you ever heard of
Yes, Tom Films did a time for a shot.
Herb who? Herb
Alpert? A-L-P-E-R-T.
Herb Alpert. I can't say I have.
Alright. He's like he's a jazz trumpet player. He's done this album called Rise. I think it's called Rise.
Oh, okay.
And you should give it a listen. Because I think you would appreciate it. But he's done a cover of Street Life on that.
Oh, cool.
But there's no vocals. He plays on the trumpet.
Oh, fair enough. I discovered a jazz musician, Kamasi Washington.
Got an algorithm in the streets that can extrapolate where the kidnappers might have gone.
Classic jazz, like film soundtrack. And he has this song, like the Fists of Fury, and I thought, I just thought it was like a tribute to the Bruce Lee movie, and he has another one called. It's like, oh, is this just coincidence that it's like the game video, and he actually likes Street Fighter, the game.
Oh really? Have you seen Birdman?
Movie? No, I haven't. Is it really good?
Yeah.
Add that to the list.
Okay, there we go. Jesus, you take so much damage in this mode.
Teal's dad, right, has such a huge collection. Like, more than I've ever seen anyone.
What, of jazz?
Wait.
It's all jazz.
Oh, that's awesome. I know my dad had a nice collection of like both jazz and classical when he used to play guitar.
Before I went to stay, like, I want to get your parents something to say. Thanks for letting me stay. Have you got any ideas? And he was like, well, my dad likes Yorkshire tea. I was like, could maybe get him something better than tea. He's like, well, he also, but he has like all the CDs. I was like, all right. So I got him a jazz. And my cousin plays on, because my cousin's a saxophone jazz man. And luckily he didn't have it, but he said that he'd heard it, which was cool.
I had a weird present experience one Christmas where mate Pete, right? The present, before I tell you what I got him, he really likes that present, and I was like, my mum was like, really? He was like, nah, he loves it, he will love it, trust me. He was like, Raising the Bar, and it's like a really rare book. Process of Half-Life 2 and like all like the artwork and stuff, and it's like you can go for like £100 on eBay, and it's like I actually freaked out that he bought this for me. I was like, oh my god. And my mum was like, what did you get him? And I was like, a cherry bakewell tart. It's fucking rubbish. And I was like, no, trust me, he loves cherry bakewell tarts, yeah. Rubbish gift, you eat it and it's gone.
I got my friend a broccoli that I'd drawn cute face. It was supposed to be like a bit.
She
I
wanted
don't
an
think she
expert opinion on
appreciated
it,
it.
and I know you have a degree, and this might be the first time I actually get to use it.
Not even eat it because I drew.
Interesting.
I'm trying to think of the worst presents I've ever gotten.
Really not sure.
I gave my friend a ghost with water.
The symbol here roughly translates to demon.
I can't think of anything. I'm just blanking.
My father read me ghost stories with that mask and symbol when I was young. Scared the hell out of me.
Yeah, I think just cutscenes just make my PS4 fan just go crazy. I don't know why it's doing that, but whatever.
It could be connected to dangerous people. Jane might want to find a different
I feel sorry for old people who look at amazing CGI and they have to work out whether it's like real or not. Some people can't comprehend like how that's computer generated. Like computers are new.
I can definitely see it being mind blowing for an old generation, yeah, with how far it's come. Oh, there we go. What's the chat saying? I love this game. Yeah, this game's kind of fun. I quite like it.
Fat chance. Do you think Mr. Lee knows more than he's letting on?
No, I think he just had a weird flashback or something. I know his childhood was pretty traumatic.
Yeah, makes sense. Demons, huh? Catchy name. Okay, gotta get writing. See you soon.
Okay.
Well, that went about as well as I could have hoped.
Guess I gotta head out now. Alright, what's this?
Veteran homelessness is down, but still way too
Oh, I forgot that you could look at this board.
My buddy
Some
Flash
cool stuff
Thompson's
here.
doing his best to fix that.
Be a hero today.
You know,
You guys could be a hero by contributing to the charity that streams for.
Sad not to see us up here.
Yeah? Not all heroes wear capes, that's what they say, right?
Definitely. I mean, look at.
How can you be a champion? You gotta live up to your own expectations.
And the motor proves. No capes.
Oh, look, it's Nicole's dinner. Spaghetti. Oh, what? I'm lagging. Yeah. November 4th. Wow, that's pretty old spaghetti. I mean, she doesn't get a stomach ache.
Or she got future. Maybe she has future spaghetti.
Holographic meatloaf, my favorite.
Goodbye, everyone. I'll remember you all in therapy.
Krabby Patty secret formula. Myself on a curved surface and I looked really
my to be scared of when you drink like tea in a mug and you can see the reflection of your face bottom of the mug. She used to be so scared that she would close her. It is weird though, it makes your face.
The Jub Jub Chop label, she had to leave the room, and there was an advert years later, like a Santander advert or some rubbish, and it used that song. She hated it.
Oh.
Assault in progress. Gotta stop it. Try hitting me. Spoiler. I hit back.
Ow. Jesus.
Doesn't kill you, makes you stronger. Friedrich Nietzsche, 1873.
Indeed. Wise words. Oh.
I just made that. I made that year up. I was just trying to sound funny. I'm sorry.
Could you?
I don't blame.
Misconduct.
As long as you take the, as long as you take the lesson that the saying wants to share, who cares if you're a year or two off, or 12, or 20, or 50. I don't know. I don't remember the year either.
Well, the admiration's mutual.
Before oh no! Neither of you were here when I joined.
Say that again.
Before this call, me and Dino were we were testing out Parsec to see if it would run on. Alright. And he was like, do you ever like find a year like you just think is so rubbish?
What, in my life, or just
someone died in 2007, and you're, oh, what a terrible year to die! Like, what a rubbish year.
Hello?
Like, held off for 2008.
Oh hey, what's up?
It's like good years to die. Like,
I totally forgot. I mean, I didn't forget. I just. I'll be there soon.
Like, especially if like died because someone stabbed you in 2020. But then like we were playing into the gunship. This was just a giant. It was like 2020 vision. Like, oh no! And then I died in the game. Prophecy. But then I predicted that I'd die in 20. That's when I think I'll die.
2028, the year? What?
2084.
There's a difference.
Like what?
I'll be 91.
My dad said like, enjoy happy on your birthday, and I said, I'm happy to be alive, which is true. Like,
you wouldn't be unhappy.
You know, be grateful. Like,
yeah,
sort of my mantra.
Yeah, but if saying I'm happy to be alive, or I'm unhappy, yeah, be unhappy, you just be dead.
Yeah, you wouldn't feel anything, would you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why. This is my philosophy. This is why I caring, and it made me a lot happier. It's like, well, you know.
Nietzschean thing.
Oh.
How was the spaghetti?
Very good spaghetti.
We saw your spaghetti on a bulletin board.
Spaghetti balegda. I saw a little mixed cake in Sainsbury's and I couldn't stop laughing. Like, most girls would go out to that cake and be like, oh, I want that for my birthday, right? And there's me, fucking 22-year-old man, just like, balegda.
My friend sent me a picture. He was at someone's house and framed picture for like of her face when she says it. It just was like in like fancy writing. It says balegda. Just have a framed picture of it in the house.
The infamous dumpling recipe.
It's such a mystery to me.
With step 10, trying not to burn everything in MJ's apartment.
What do you think she?
Just think like she just had a brain fart. She's just thinking, oh yeah, Jamaican. What did Jamaicans say? And she.
It's like. It's like a demon has like come into her for like a split second, like.
Like, it's like if you change the scene with like a seance or like an exorcism, it would be. It's like, oh, hang on, did you hear?
Oh no! Oh no! You killed me!
Why isn't that an edit? I'm so confused. Like an exorcism.
Spaghetti time for lunch. Okay, Tom Films, enjoy lunch.
Time for lunch? But it's dinner time. Or fucking 3 in the morning if you're...
Don't be silly, it's obviously a time.
He's on a different planet.
Fuck you.
Cause I know all of you.
So did I miss anything funny? Probably I did.
Oh yeah, you missed the big one.
You missed Triple J.
Don't tell her about. Don't tell her about the big one. She missed it.
Oh darn.
It's the rocket from Toy Story. What?
I got it.
Sid, you didn't get anything unsavory in the post. You know, you type in the big one. No, like.
I want to ride the pony. That's like my favorite fucking part of the. It's just. I want to ride the pony.
It's just like
other
one
movies of Mr. Potato Head's like, I'm Picasso, and Ham's like, I don't get it, and he's like, you uncultured swine! And I say that in real life now. I watched the film with my friends and he said that, and they're like, Joe, is this where you got it from? I'm like, yeah, okay, you got me, I'm not original, right?
Yeah, I've done that too. It's just like, my friends are just like, I'm like, I'm telling them about this thing, and they're looking at me and go, uncultured, yeah!
Silver Ozamu was earlier, it's calls me an uncultured swine all the time. Because it's true, I have seen like nothing.
That is true.
Yeah, what the Harry Potter?
Yeah. I think I rectified that. I didn't see Star Wars until last year.
Okay, well, I can't. Okay, that's fair. I didn't see Star Wars until right before the Force Awakens. At least the first 3 movies, the original.
Yeah, I hadn't seen anything at all.
Is my phone making a noise? I don't want to be a nuisance. Okay,
No.
good.
Makes sense. I'll track him down.
A line in a movie or a game that just stands out, but like it's not a quote, like a common quote. Like
it's just irrelevant,
you have,
like to the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, you have the famous quotes from movies and stuff that everyone knows, and then like just this one weird little line.
It's a time.
Nowhere to go but back to the news. It's like the most iconic line of any movie.
To hear a funny story. I'm telling you anyway.
Okay, I was gonna
So,
after you, I get to tell my funny.
So, you know the film Sucker.
Film what? Sorry.
You won't know.
I just didn't hear.
Well, I don't want to explain the whole plot. Basically,
no. Okay.
There's a scene where they're doing like a plan, and the plan goes wrong because someone knocks over a bucket of potatoes, and the potato and the whole plan goes wrong because of that. And I was prior to that film, I was in a call with a friend, but I thought he'd left ages ago, right? And because when you're alone, you're more reluctant to talk to yourself. Watching this film over Skype, right? And he hadn't said a word, and I thought he left. Scene happened, and I just muttered to myself, I'm like, oh, fucking potato, like that, right? And he's just like, what? What? Like, oh, you're still here? This is an hour. This is an hour and a half. Like, oh, I thought he'd left. And then the whole time, I'm like, what else did you hear? What?
You could like fart it really like.
Didn't.
Or did you?
You was streaming without.
We know what they're planning.
But you. What?
One jammer left. There's still a few rooftops I haven't tried.
Oh, and you and Teal were shitting bricks. Gotta watch porn! Stop him now!
Just you on that thing. It's like really annoying.
Oh yeah, when you like put up the room and had to go. I remember that.
No, I'm just sitting here like,
oh my God.
I am shocked. I'm shocked and appalled that you assumed I'd do those things.
Well,
Wouldn't just watch a few videos and go to bed. Straight to that hypothesis. Okay then. Oh come on, man! It was like 3 AM and you're in your dorm by yourself. What do you expect?
Can I tell my funny story?
You may.
By all means.
So the first time I heard the word epiphany, when you know, Homer's having this whole sequence like in this like weird like tree forest in this forest where like all these trees are slapping him until he like actually comes up with an actual epiphany. And so the first thing he says is bananas are an excellent source of potassium. And so it got every single time I hear the word epiphany, that's all I think of is banana, the source of potassium. In my high school civics class, which is about, it was a combination of civics and fucking something else, but we were learning about like, you know, learning more about like American Constitution and all that shit. But for some reason my teacher said the word epiphany, and out fucking loud I remember bananas are an excellent source of potassium, and he goes, what? And all my friends are looking, and I go, and I explained what I just explained, that epiphany, the first time I heard that word was from The Simpsons, and that was all I could think of.
Oh, you had to explain it? Oh, I'd be rubbish in that situation. Oh, you're braver than the troops.
Yeah, and so I was just like, it's like, it was so just like, it was slightly embarrassing because I didn't realize that loudly. a reflex reaction. You know how sometimes, you know, just sometimes
Yeah.
that shit that references on reflex. Yeah, so that happened in the middle of my class, and so I explained it. I go, so I think that scene every single time, and everyone's like, oh, okay. I was like, but it was just, it was a moment in time where I was like, oh god, what have I done? Yeah, so.
There was well, this doesn't beat my middle school story. When because I had this keyboard class in like 7th grade where I just got to practice the keyboard or piano rather keyboard, yeah. And since I had lessons already, I was able to finish through the all the songs that the course kind of listed out for the course plan, and so they just let me just practice whatever kind of songs I wanted. And so and I was just kind of bored after practicing one of the songs I was doing for my lessons, so I just decided to play just a random Disney song, and I didn't realize I started singing it because I had these headphones in, and then like a minute later I find everyone just staring at me and snickering, and I just had to explain. It's like, oh well, I kind of finished the songs already, so yeah. That was great. That was horrifying to me.
Oh yeah, that's always just kind of like, oh, I didn't realize this. You know. A potato flew around.
Now maybe I can figure out what's going on.
I have a friend. Have any of you seen the show Supernatural?
They were planning to bust
Okay, sorry.
I have not yet. No.
Well, there's this character called Castiel. He does it in the first 5 seasons he was in. He didn't understand. And I had a friend who was literally so much like that. When I first started watching Supernatural, and I got to the season where they introduced Castiel, I called up my friend and I go, holy, you are so much like this character, which is so meta because you have not seen this, so you don't get the reference of the character that you. So I had him watch it. I got him into the show, and so he absolutely agreed. There's one other particular thing with it. Oh no, I lost my. Oh no.
That's perfect.
Tom emerges to someone say super.
Looks like New York's finest have it for
God, what was my other point about?
Thanks for destroying the system, Spider-Man. I won't tell anyone you're piggybacking on it. But if you get caught, you're on your own.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
SpongeBob.
Excuse me, I have to delete my selfies from the crime
scene. I really attribute him to Cass, other than the fact that I didn't realize how much I quote SpongeBob until I was around somebody who grew up with it. So just fucking the Krusty Krab song. Blank look on his face. He had no idea what the fuck I was talking about. And so it was just, oh my god, it was fucking insane. So it really is just so funny because I had friends who said their parents wouldn't let them watch SpongeBob growing up because
oh yeah, because it's so insidious and vulgar.
Yeah.
What?
25. And so you have to actually meet somebody who in their adult life didn't understand my fucking it's a rock. It was I was just in a weird Twilight Zone. So I had to catch myself every single time I made a SpongeBob reference. And my roommate also did it too. We were talking about it because this was freshman year of college. We're all getting to know each other. And SpongeBob, and we quoted SpongeBob so much that he actually went and watched a good amount of the older SpongeBob cartoons to understand. So.
You made that person's life infinitely better.
Yeah. I mean, at least I think by introducing him to Supernatural and SpongeBob. That makes sense. I understand that. Pokemon is oh, Silver wasn't here for the Jesus Christ thing.
Aw, Naveen. Where were you, mate?
So we, was it David? David was talking about this after meal. Were you talking about it, or Project? Yeah, so David talked about this app that fucking church in it's supposed to be like Pokemon Go for like religious purposes, so it's pretty funny.
Yeah, and he actually downloaded it, but it was all in Spanish. He couldn't understand.
Español. And it couldn't be played outside of. Realized that it couldn't be played.
You have to play in the Vatican.
The best person to help with relationship problems.
One router. That country's so small.
Rodrigo might be in real trouble. He's scared, but he won't tell me anything.
I can check it out.
Are you guys holding up? Are you guys tired?
I'm good.
Okay. Don't worry, Carmen. I'll find out what's going on.
Hey, Red High Ruler. Teal has gone to rest for a bit, and I'm taking over. And I'm taking over with Nicole, Emil, and Joby here.
Sent me Rodrigo's picture. Let's see if I can find it.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Alright. And you, Humble?
I am doing. I'm doing. I have shadowing tomorrow, so that should be fun.
You have what?
Oh, since last weekend I'm shadowing over at a nearby hospital with a radiologist.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, I have that tomorrow. That should be fun. I also have a rough draft for research paper due Sunday, so that should also be fun.
That's Rodrigo.
Oh, this guy Hurricane.
Nervous.
Hey, Hurricane. How you doing?
Like a girlfriend.
I said this earlier, the amazing feeling when you hand in work and you close a bunch of tabs.
Yes, oh, it's so good.
Goodbye, Stegosaurus Chrome taskbar. Tabs make it look like Stegosaurus.
Oh, this is the GTA mission.
Yeah.
Rammed Theft Auto.
How many games we throughout the whole stream? Probably so many.
This sounds bigger than I thought.
Teal's
I better
done
follow the
Teal
blackmailer
2.
and find out how big.
He did
Carmen,
Pokemon,
I'm
and then
uploading
he
a photo to you. Does this woman look familiar?
Mario Galaxy 2.
And then wait, was Thomas streaming?
Sounds like she's
Oh wow, I missed the first. I missed the whole first 2 arcs of the Teal 50-hour stream.
No, Thomas stream.
Hey, it's a.
Hey!
Second one.
I guess the raid just took a little while to appear, but thank you for the raid. How's everyone? How are all you newcomers doing?
Thanks for the raid. They were escorted to their chair. They saw Lola dancing there.
I need a photo. Perches with a good
Hello,
angle on this
everyone. Welcome to the street. Humble's playing Spy.
I'm playing I'm playing Devil's Advocate.
We should have got a Teal soundboard so we could have just like pretended Teal didn't hear them.
I liked your idea about the sock puppet thing.
Hang on a second.
Got it.
Gotta catch my train.
Yeah. So we're just playing this the Spider-Man.
The Spider-Mans.
Man's play.
Whenever Humble gets tired, I'm taking over with a chain of memories suffering stream. So.
Fantastic. Until then, however, I will be searching for the secrets pizza time game, which minigame that has to be here somewhere.
the train system.
Go!
Okay,
Follow the train
I saw a video, but there's a pizza store that actually plays the music, but I doubt it was probably.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Is there really?
The original
that's
song
fantastic.
is called. The original song is called Funiculi Funicula. Play the Spider-Man silly pizza version. That song. I went into an Italian restaurant and they played that song. And it had vocals.
Yeah. I briefly sang it on those anniversary stream.
Oh, cool.
Because David posted the lyrics in.
It's a pasta, Joe DiMaggio, funiculi, funicula, funiculi, funicula, linguini, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Because I wear the funny hat.
End of the line. I should head over near the subway exit and wait for him to get out.
I came up with a funny comedy sketch in my sleep. Do you want to hear it?
Is it still funny after you woke up?
Kind of, yeah. Embarrassing now. Alright, I'm just gonna do it and get it over with. Okay. So this is sort of as I was drifting off to sleep, I was like, wouldn't it be funny if this happened? And then I just fell asleep, right? And some people count sheep. I make bad sitcoms. There's imagine a really sort of introverted guy, and he's seeing girls dressed as a witch.
Okay.
Just a generic witch, and she's and the guy's oh, from the Wizard of Oz, huh? And she's and he's Wizard of Oz. She's what? Wiz what? Wiz what? What are you talking about? And he's the movie Wizard of Oz? I've never heard of that. And he's facts that she's never heard of Wizard of Oz, right? These are all sort of cool people, like Chads and Stacys, and he's just really obsessed with Wizard of Oz. Stop talking about it. I'm just I've only mentioned it twice. It's a movie everyone knows. Come on. And he just goes up to someone and and they're just don't touch me, and they just keep walking. And he's he gets really paranoid, and then oh, you got off on the wrong foot, what's your name? And she's Dorothy, and he's and then I woke up and I was well, reality. Laugh track, no nothing. No screenplay. And then sell it. What would you rate that? Things of a great comedy?
Oh, you should sell it.
Or is it a bit sort of rhetoric?
There we go.
Rated PG-13.
Oh god, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, dang it. I was looking at chat. But yeah, there's no pressure to donate if you can. No worries, guys. You can even just help by spreading the word. But yeah, just being here is all.
I just find it really funny when you up something twice and then people just say, "Oh, you're obsessed with it," and no, I'm not.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're obsessed with this. It's the reason why I didn't tell people I liked Kingdom Hearts when I first got into it, because my sister and my cousin would tell me that I was obsessed, and it really just did not. I felt embarrassed to
Yeah, same. It's you just like it. That's it.
Yeah.
Can't that be? Talk about it, I brought up Carl Pilkington to my sister once, right? And then later I mentioned Carl Pilkington again, and then my sister was oh, him again. As if I keep bringing him up. I'm like, what are you talking about? I've mentioned his name literally twice. Leave me alone.
Mm.
The gall, the chutzpah, honestly.
The sheer audacity.
Yeah, the audacity.
Hey, I found something important. Can you hear yourself if I do this?
Okay, let me talk.
No, I can't hear.
Okay.
Hello, hello, hello.
Can you hear this?
So glad I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I brought Teal back. Say hey, Teal.
Hi, Teal.
Hey, Teal.
Hello.
Oh crap.
Teal, where'd you go?
Hang on. Yeah. Just.
So that scene in Toy Story. Hi, fellas, and he's just got Buzz's arm, and he's just like, best friend handshake.
Yeah. What are you trying to pull? Nothing.
Yo, murderer!
Oh, that's
There's
fantastic.
no rainbow with a.
I want to ask Teal a question.
Okay.
Right, Teal, will I ever get married?
You have to ask him again, but you have to ask. You have to. If you want to ask Teal a question, you say, "Why is Master Teal?" And then you ask the question.
Why is Master Teal? Will I ever get married?
Why?
Why is Master Teal? Esoteric knowledge and omnibenevolent being. We get married.
No.
It's like he's really here.
Laugh.
So is this wise words from Teal makes a return?
What?
Is this wise words from Teal makes a return? Because he was like.
Okay, there we go. I can now officially ask a question.
Are they yes, no, or like?
Ask Wise Master Teal a question.
Wise Master Teal.
Everyone is here.
Bringer of esoteric knowledge. The benevolent being. Will I ever become a champion?
No.
Because you have to laugh.
We've turned Teal into an ape.
Don't count on it!
Go on.
Wise Master Teal, can
You didn't say the whole thing.
you said
Bullshit, you mean artistic. I don't know words for it.
Wise Master Teal, can you
Yes.
Thank you.
Teal, can you
So
tell Joe to shut the hell up?
So is Teal only available for us or for yes and no questions right now? Or can we have? Can we get it? Can we? Oh.
Okay.
It's a snake. Kept you waiting. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
Hey, Butter, welcome back. How you doing?
It's Butter.
Serious
Butter.
Looks bad.
Hi, this is Tealgamemaster. Now, if you want me to,
let's collect a bunch of this useful.
This is Tealgamemaster. Now, if you want me to finish the stream, I'm gonna need the front number on your parents' credit card, the numbers on the back, and the hurry. Otherwise, I can't finish the stream. Skibabadoo.
Is that your best Teal impression?
No, I wasn't trying. I just wanted to get the words out. Sometimes I only work at 20% potential, you know? Even I have my limit.
There we go. Good one. We'll keep that one.
Very much appreciated, Naveen.
Instead of had a soundboard for, oh god, who was it?
Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah, because that was the only episode of Conference I was.
Joby wasn't. Joby was never on Converse Town.
Yeah.
That's gotta change.
Can I burst through the doors and be like, I'm back! I'm back in black! I hit the sack!